Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Tyrone.
What's going on, superstar extraordinaire? I got the presence to be on a show with Mr. Tyson.
You know what? This is the difference between you and Primetime. Like Primetime, when the show gets ready to start, he's sitting down, like we're all settled, everybody's calm and stuff. You're sitting there making drinks, walking around. Like I had to wait for you to start the show. Like Primetime, I had literally had to wait and pause the show. Just wait until you were ready. This is the Hollywood shit you do right here.
Hey, listen, let me explain something to you, man.
That's exactly what you do.
Primetime might do that with you, but when you're not here, bro, trust me. We're 1 minute to queue, baby. Trust me.
Well, you were 1 minute on, and then you left your chair and you walked away. You're like, I'm like, wait, the show's going to start. And you're like, no, I'm good. You know, like it's on your time here, man. I get it. I understand. It's how it works.
Man, listen, we almost at 10,000 subscribers. You know, I get a little bump up in the pay. You know, I'm just getting in my head a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know what? Speaking about that, I'd like to know how this pay structure works because everybody talks about like, everybody talks about like teamwork and we're all in this together. We're all this. And then if you, as our viewers here, take a time to just go through our channel and look over the last month and look at the amount of videos that I made. Look at the amount of videos that Kevin made, that our Hollywood made. Look at the percentages of the volume of content. And I'd like to know when my contract gets renewed. When does this change?
Well, sir, I mean, I don't know if you read your contract in the fine print, but it says one video a month, sir. That's what it's saying. Now, I've done extra videos. So
you said you were going to do 2 a week. That was like a month ago.
Yeah, well, you know.
So now you owe us like 8 next week.
But listen, I've been holding down the Facebook, though. Look at the Facebook. I
respond one post
to every,
a second?
Hey, no, I respond to every single message.
Okay, you know what? So let's touch on that then. Let's talk about our social media. So for those of you that don't know, we're at Talk Jets Radio, Instagram and Twitter. We're Let's Talk Jets Radio on Facebook. So you do your little contribution on Facebook, which is cool. So our 11,000 followers on Twitter are active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How much time do you think that requires?
Well, listen, that's why you're the boss, man.
No, but that's why I'd like to know. I'd like to know how this contract is structured. So like Instagram, Primetime's in charge of Instagram, which, you know, you can look at what happened there. You're in charge of Facebook, what happened there, and then Twitter's chaos, and then the content here. So I think we need to have a whole new pay structure on this channell.
I mean, listen, the contract is locked in.
There's no talking out of
more
this
years. I don't know why you keep bringing it. Why are you bringing it? Listen, man, Mike White is starting.
No, you started this. You started this about the whole.
This is an off the air.
Let's go back to the 2 videos a week. 2 videos a week. Yo, bro, you know what? I want to get to those 10,000 subscribers, man. We got to get that. We all got to do this together. All right, I'm down.
Hey, starting January 1st. Tyrone's doing 2 videos a week.
The season's over then. Shit, another week?
Hey, man, listen. Mike White's back, though, sir. How you feeling about Mike White being back? That's all I want to know.
You can try to listen, man. I've been doing this long. I know how to talk all through all these things here. So how was your holiday, man?
Man, it was a blessing, man. It was nice being around family. You know, my uncle's not doing too well, so you guys can get a chance to keep me in your prayers. But you know, just nice to see everybody, man. Spend time with family, man. Stuff like that. How was yours, man? How's the family doing?
What's up, Elmo? Actually, unfortunately, I was sick. I was sick throughout the holidays, man. So
seriously?
Yeah, I got sick. Like probably Thursday, Friday, and then it's like, you know how it is now, man. My parents are a little bit older, shit, and like I had special plans. I had to kind of change things around because, like, you know, you get through it to show your face and try to make some part of the holiday nice. But I was sick as a dog, dude. It's just fucking times to get sick, right?
And I understand you don't want to go around them as well, man. You don't want to expose them to that as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw it was Mama Roush's birthday. Last week for last?
Yeah, man. She's kicking some ass.
Yeah, bro. That's good, bro. That's so good, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
You look better now, though, bro. I mean, you been drinking your water and stuff. I know you said.
Bro, I was pounding Dayquil with honey. Then I went to like some Alka-Seltzer stuff. Then I was doing like the Afro. Dude, I was doing more things I probably should have did. I think at one point I was getting dizzy from all the shit I was taking. So I was just like, I'm gonna keep taking. Like I don't give a shit. Maybe mixed in a couple little tequila shots to kind of offset the flow. You know what I mean?
Just definitely. Robitussin and tequila goes really well. I heard.
That's right. I tried that all. Little Jack Daniels to see how that works with the cough syrup. It all worked out good. So.
I bet you slept like a baby too, didn't you?
So what's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great holiday. Very happy and healthy New Year. So what we'll do for the show, like we did last couple of weeks, is we got a comment about Tyrone. Tyrone especially does not need to do a lot of videos. Okay.
See, listen, you know what, man? Listen, man, I appreciate the love, man, because you don't know what I've been going through around here, man. Especially, what I'm saying, the contract locked in. So, y'all were here through the contract negotiation.
Oh,
back and forth.
So you're that guy. So wait. So now you're the complacent guy that once you get the contract secured, you lay back the hard work is done. That's how this works?
Because we're so close to the kickoff. I'm just going to do my part right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get it where I fit in. You feel me?
Have a safe flight, Meatball Parm.
Oh, yeah,
so the way we've been doing this the last couple of weeks is for the first half hour or so, we're going to just take questions. We'll answer questions from the chat. Then we'll bring callers on, talk to everybody. Prime time is not out on a date. Prime time. We're trying to make it on these Tuesday shows. If we have 3 hosts, it gets to be it gets to be too much confusing with the caller. So we try to make it a little bit easier for the callers to talk to us and do all kinds of stuff. I tend to agree with this comment that Tyrone's pulling a Zach. I definitely think that's
wow. Hey man, listen, y'all could have gave me a Joe Flacco. You ain't had to give me a Zach, bro. That's hitting below the belt, man. That's real low, man. That's kind of low right there. And you know what? I take full responsibility of me not doing my part. I told you next year, guys, 2 videos, man.
Next year,
popping. Yeah, we can get it popping. Yeah, definitely.
Next year. You know what I've learned, man? There's no better time than now. Resolutions and next year's next year. What's wrong tomorrow? Tomorrow? Tonight?
I don't even do New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like if you find this is a problem, then you need to go ahead and fix it. So so I'm gonna take care of that, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not a resolution guy either, man. I'm like, just make things happen, man. And it's like a resolution is always like a temporary thing. Make the commitment to yourself today and just stick to it. Don't worry about impressing everybody on January 1st. I'm gonna do this. Like, dude, we see it in the gym all the time, man.
Yep. Bro, listen.
Dude, January 2nd, January 3rd, we have all these new people in. Oh, I want to be a fighter. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do all this shit for about a month. And then poof, it's all gone.
You know the statement I always hate, man. And I have a friend of mine, man. He said it for like 6-7 years, and I think like 2 years ago. We're not even friends anymore. So, but he was always like, "New year, new me." I said, "Bro, it's a new year, and it's the same fucking you. Like you haven't changed a bit, bro. Like so, I don't know. I try to. I've taken some things in myself to try to be more helpful, more genuine, more honest with my words. That is more like I have a problem when I say stuff when I'm just talking and I'm not thinking. I can say what I'm on my mind. Yep. So a lot of times I have to learn how to just calm that back, because if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you a real answer, and sometimes it's not the best answer. So
what's up, Big Bird?
Big Bird in the building.
Would I be saying this stuff?
Yeah, what you give for Christmas, Big Bird? That's what I like to know. What did Big Bird and Elmo give for Christmas?
When's my contract offer, Tyson? Well, Elmo. That's a good question.
Yeah,
you're making a lot of moves, Elmo. Making a lot of moves, that's for sure.
Can I take this one, sir? Listen, Elmo, I'm going to try to tell you something, man. Listen, don't let Tyson smile fool you, bro. Like, listen, his contracts are ironclad, bro. My lawyer was like, what are you getting yourself into, man? You sure you want to do this? Like, listen, man, I can't listen. He hit me with an offer. I counter offer. He was like, look, Tyrone, come back to me when you're ready to talk. Like, who does this, man? On a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does this? Elmo, be careful, man. Be real careful.
Random man, Tyson, if the Jets win Sunday, will you guaranteed be in Miami? I have an answer to that. I'm going to be there regardless. I'm already booked. I am booked. I will be there. I'll be flying in on Friday, leaving on Monday. I'm going. So
you must have got that. You must have got that message from Jay, huh?
I didn't get any message from Jay.
Oh, okay.
What did I miss? I didn't get included again. No, I'm in, man. I'm booked. So if anybody has ticket connections down in Florida, I would appreciate it because the prices are ridiculous. And then we got to figure out some kind of tailgate too, because we're going to go to this game. I don't care what time the game is. I don't care if the Jets are out of it. I'm partying, man. We're going to have a good ass time either way. So
hey, I do got a question for you, man.
So
if the Jets make the playoffs, we're definitely going to that city, right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay. All right, cool.
Being a Jets fan is like being in a marriage. Just when you're ready to serve the divorce papers, there she is wearing laundry in the kitchen, cooking your favorite meal.
Absolutely, man. Listen, and I'm going to be honest with everybody, man. I really thought we were out of it. Mm-hmm. And like I said last night on last night's show, this is my dream scenario. If we win, we're in. No more talking, no more waiting for somebody to do something. Put up, shut up, show up and show out, man. The best man win.
We need the Patriots to lose too, though.
Why? They're not beating Buffalo, man. Listen, Buffalo has to win.
Well, there's
Buffalo
two.
is 12-3.
A lot of things have to happen though. First of all, this whole Tua thing with the concussion I don't understand.
It's scary, bro. It's scary, bro.
There's two facets to the Tua thing. The first thing is you're really worried about his overall health with 3 concussions in a short period of time. You want life after football, man. You don't want to be walking around, scared of bright rooms like that. So that's first and foremost your biggest concern for Tua. But it's how are these things happening after the game? Like you kind of wonder, like the Dolphins seem, it's like has it happened during the game and nobody notices it. He kept his faculties the rest of the game, and then he experienced it. Concussions are strange, man.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not a Dolphin fan at all, but I'm a human being, and I'm a person, and I'm a sports lover. At some point, man, someone has talked to this kid. That's not good, man. What's going on with him, man, is not
dangerous.
Good. It's to your well-being. It's your well-being of life. Listen, you could be the richest person in the world. The one thing that you can't replace is health. You need that. And he's
quality
playing
of
with
life, man.
He's playing with his life, man. I don't understand how you play the rest of that game. And in Tyson, those interceptions look that bad.
Yep.
But and now we understand why they look that bad. I mean, this kid was out of it for a quarter and some change. That doesn't make that's scary.
Yeah, it's
man.
Scary stuff, man. It is definitely scary stuff. So if anybody has connections down in Florida for tickets, Elmo says he's got 12 tickets, bro. I'll take 2. I'll pay for them. Prices are crazy, so we'll keep in touch about that. But you touched on it earlier. It's like after Thursday night's game, I was ridiculously disappointed. Anybody watch my videos? I was furious. I was pissed at Zach, the coaching staff, the defense, everybody. And I was like, that's the same old Jets kind of loss where you're looking at primetime stage. You expect a big-time performance, and they came out flat. They look lifeless, and they got their asses beat. So you're like, all right, this is going to be shit. So you're like, you know what? As fans, we watch the games over the weekend. Like, let's see what happens here. And slowly but surely, you're like, wait a minute. This is falling exactly the way the Jets want it. Yep. And then you're like, all right, the Dolphins are going to beat the Packers. Like, we're not going to get the full arsenal of great stuff here. And then that happens, watching Tua melt down, and you're like, boom, the Jets are back in the driver's seat. Where now it's like, Tyrone, you're coming. You have a long rest coming up a Thursday night game. Yes, you're traveling out to Seattle. This team with Mike White has no excuses, man. If they don't play their best game this Sunday, that is an indictment on the coach. That is an indictment on the leadership all throughout this organization and on the team. All the captains, all the Pro Bowlers, everybody. You've lost 4 in a row, dude. You've lost 4 in a row. You embarrassed yourself in front of your home crowd 2 weeks in a row. You've been given a third chance at life to make the playoffs. This Sunday better be your best game of the season. No excuses, dude. Nowhere. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses.
Every game from here on out, Tyson's a playoff game. And I was really shocked how bad we looked against Jacksonville. Really, I couldn't fathom what was going on. This is it's nothing left. I mean, when you're a fighter, you know what I'm saying, you got a fighting chance of you know what I'm saying, if you're a striker. So this is your puncher's chance right here. You were given another chance. Yep. You beat the 10 count. You back up. Now everything that comes forward with you is on you. Yep. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like we have the players to get it done. Yep. I think coming behind and really watching Mike White, they're going to believe that, and then they're going to enjoy that, and they're going to buy into what Mike White can do. They understand that we can move the ball, but going to Seattle is not an easy place to play. Nope. 12th man, so you have to come in this game amped up. But listen, Seattle's fighting for something. They're playing for something too. Yep. So you have to understand the importance of this game. And the one thing that I do not want to see is I don't want them coming out flat. I don't want them. I want these guys flying around, hitting everything, moving, see ball, get ball. I want to see Mike White making good passes. Yes, Seattle has a weak running.
But dude, to me, it's like you set the tone in the trenches. This is you go back to your ground and pound thing for 2 reasons. First of all, they're not good against the run. Second of all, it protects Mike White, dude. Run the ball, your play action pass, he's taking less hits, all that, and then you can set up different things here. But that offensive line, which has struggled for the last couple of weeks because teams are stacking the box, daring you to throw. Even when Mike White played, he's taking a lot of hits. The offensive line has got to play better. LaFleur has got to be better. I'd add Streveler in for running packages. I would find all different kinds of ways to run the football.
Leave it out there
to take pressure off Mike White. Defensively, they've got to get after it, dude. Listen,
You have
we've
to.
been calling this defense top 10, top 5, to all this shit. Show it on Sunday, dude.
Yep.
Show it
Yep.
because the Jaguars shoved the ball right up your ass. They
Yep.
they were manhandling you. Yes, they, it's like everybody's, they only gave up, 19 points? Well, yeah, 96-yard drive, like 60-yard drives, 80-yard drives. They
Yep.
had you off balance. You're pushing you off the ball. That can't happen on Sunday, dude. You just, this is like a true test of what this New York Jets team is this year. This is it. This is your time to shine or fail. That's it.
You have to listen. The defensively, they have to find a way to be the team they were.
Play Bryce Huff more. Start with
the
that.
early week. Listen, Tyson, I'm gonna say this right here. And another thing they have to do too is being able to stop the run. I think that wide 9, and listen, when you're not getting pressure, when you're not getting to them with 4, which what I'm saying, when Quinnen wasn't in there, I understand that because I realized how good Quinnen really has been playing.
Yep.
When he's not there, you saw the effect of what happened because if Quinnen was in the what was the game we lost? Not Jacksonville, the one before that. Detroit. If Quinnen was there, that'd have been a different outlook. But what I'm saying to you is that you miss his presence. So I think that's the big thing. And I think a lot of things moving the linebackers back. They're reacting a little bit slower than what they should be. And what's killing us more than anything is that wheel route. We have to be able to stop that. It's something in a solid tight end. With Seattle has a good running game, and Geno can throw the football.
Yep.
Geno is really playing good football.
Good tight ends too, man. They got Fant and the other guy, what Disley, his name is.
Their offensive line hasn't been playing as great. And I want to touch on one more thing you said about the offensive line. If you notice, our line hasn't been playing good since Fant came back. Have you noticed that? And I don't want to put that on him, and I don't know if he's working. But listen, this line has played awful since he's been back, and I don't know what is going on. But he really has to play well this week because that's uncharacteristic of who he's been and what he's shown us.
But all these guys, dude, and that's the thing. They're all veteran linemen, though. So let me answer a couple questions real quick. I have listening to Falling in Reverse. I actually like them, man. Going back to when Popular Monster first came out, Ronnie Radke, man, he's just great with lyrics, great singer. He's good, man. I like them a lot. So if you guys got questions, we'll fire it out, and then we'll bring callers on. Let's see. Good. We have great tight ends also, but we don't use them. And that's the thing, Tyrone, to the one point is on both sides of the ball. So with the Seattle defense, what they're doing, the Seattle offense, what they're doing is the Jets, they don't want to test Gardner and Reed. They're not going to, obviously they have Metcalf and Lockett's banged up, but what teams are doing is, the corners are very good. So what do? You attack the linebackers and the safeties.
Yep.
Like the Jaguars went to Evan Ingram. They went to the ETN out of the backfield. Like they're finding there's enough tape on this defense to know how to attack it. Yep. Now, Ulbrich and Saleh got to adjust. Yep. And that's going to happen this week too because they have Metcalf, but they're going to have tight ends they're going to use, dude. Like Pete Carroll, smart. Geno Smith can spread the ball around. He does that very well. So, again.
Go ahead. No, what I was going to say about, I know before you go to offense, I want to say this right here on their defense. Also, the biggest issue is we haven't been able to cover the tight ends. But the problem is we have to adjust to that faster. You can't wait to halftime.
Yeah.
If you notice in the second half, they put Sauce on Ingram. They switch it up a little bit. You can't when we start getting killed like that. I know Aubrey and Silas were making great adjustments during the second half.
Make it sooner.
You have to make now. We have to make in-game adjustments because that's what's killing us, and that's what got Jacksonville off to that big run. Once they made that adjustment, things calmed down. But you can't wait till the whole half because listen, they were up already or they were moving the ball and it worked. So being able to make those adjustments on the fly is something that he has to do. I think that you got to stop you. I think you need to Quan a little bit more. I think Mosley, he's great in zone. He's not really good on man. He doesn't have the speed that he has, so you can't use him like that. And then with your boys out too, it was Eccles. The other, he's out. So they were using him against tight end. With him being out, you really don't have anybody.
But there's two things. And there's another thing too, is the fact of covering tight ends, covering the running back out of the backfield. And what bothered me against the Jaguars, which is something Geno's going to do as well, is he's going to run the football, dude.
Yep.
You can do the run pass option. Trevor Lawrence ran, and the Jets act like they never saw it before. Like, oh my God, he can run. Like, bro, did you not watch any tape? I understand it was a short week, but now this is why I'm saying they have no excuse, dude. You have basically a week and a half to prepare for this game. If Geno Smith rolls out and does some running, does all kinds of stuff, you should have seen it all. Be prepared for everything and don't give up these easy plays because Trevor Lawrence was getting 10 yards a carry? Like, he was ridiculous, dude.
He was getting big run.
And that's where these drives become 10 play drives, 12 play drives, 60 yards, 70 yards. Get off the field because now you have a quarterback back that can run this offense. Like the expectation now is he can move it. You can move the ball on the Seattle Seahawks. They're not the old Legion of Boom, man. They're good, but they're not great. The home crowd is crazy, but they've lost 3 home games already this year. So you can beat them, dude. But Jets have got to be prepared, man. Like this is on the coaching staff, the game plan, the scheme. The spotlight's on them all, dude. Seriously.
The problem with playing Seattle is the biggest issue we're going to have is running the football. I think we have to run the football and stick to it when it's not working. But I also think when you have somebody like Mike White, you can use play action, you can stretch the field, and going back to using our tight ends. We're throwing the ball inside out.
Yep.
But your tight end should attack the seam. They have not done that all season long, and I don't understand why. You have 2 guys that are big targets that you can use straight up the middle. Yep. But with the line playing so bad, you've been having to keep Uzama in and not losing Thomas, and they're using them on the outside. Listen, outside the numbers, that everyone knows we do that. Yep. If you attack the seams, it's been guys. Why? If you saw the play last week that Zach missed him, if you attack the seam, Uzama was wide open for a touchdown.
Well, Strebler missed him too.
Exactly. I'm sorry, Strebler.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was the play that I don't know why they don't do that. I think with the advantages you have with these big, strong, physical tight ends that you have, is attacking straight up the middle is wide open. And
I agree, man.
Target.
I completely agree. You got to take advantage of Conklin, take advantage of Azuma. We'll do a couple more questions, then we'll share the link. We'll go into all that stuff. Let's see. Hey guys, have you read the post that alleges that they have ties to Christopher Johnson? He has reason to believe that Christopher is not high on Robert Saleh and the Jets may have a new head coach. I'm not buying any of that shit. Right now, what happens is when it's towards the end of the season, the Jets lose 4 games, everybody's buying into negativity. There's leaks of this and leaks of that, like Saleh and Douglas don't agree about the quarterback and all this shit. I'm not buying any of it, man. Until proven otherwise. And the other thing too is I saw the one thing about Jason Lock-and-Forrest saying, you know what, if the Jets will make the playoffs, Saleh's going to get fired, bro. They went from 4 wins last year to he's coming back next year. I think the one thing they're going to do is everybody comes back next year with a playoff mandate. Like the expectation next year is you've got to win 9 or 10 games or you're going to be out of here because your rebuild can't be 5 years. Your rebuild can't be 6 years. Yeah. You've got to start making playoffs, man.
See, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't agree with that. I don't.
Playoffs next year?
I don't agree with that. I want to tell you about a mandate for Saleh. This is why our organization is so screwed up.
Next year?
Hold on, let me finish.
2023. There's no playoff mandate?
I mean, we should make the playoffs anyway. But what I'm saying is this, though.
If they go 6-11 next year, he's out of here.
I mean, my point is this. This for the first time, this team is actually moving in the right direction. In the right direction.
Right.
You still need pieces. You still need pieces. You
okay.
still have to get certain things. Now, if you're telling me that they're telling Saleh that you got to play Zach Wilson when he knows Mike White is better, how is that on Saleh?
I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening though. I think all this shit is the media just trying to rattle up stories and do things. I think if anything, I wish Saleh would have made the move faster. I wish he would have benched Zach Wilson at halftime against the Jaguars. I wish he would have benched Zach Wilson at halftime against the Patriots. I think all that stuff. But I don't think they're going to make any changes, dude. I think everybody comes back next year, but they say the expectations are a lot higher because there are a lot more. They have talent, dude. And now it's like it's going to be either Mike White, a quarterback, or a veteran. Zach's out of here. He's not going to be a part of the equation next year.
Tyson, we're sitting here talking about. I'm just saying this is how dysfunctional our beat writers are. That's why I don't like them. We're sitting there. We've overachieved. No one expected us to be here in playing meaningful games in December. And now we're talking about we should fire the coach. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that nut ass shit, I'm just saying, it kills me how you could even come up with a story like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like that makes no sense.
There's fans saying that.
No, I mean, because we have fans that saw Zach meltdown on TV and still think it's their fault.
Yeah, no, he's done. Zach is 1,000% done, completely done. And I'm glad the way they handle it too. I mean, I kind of called it before it happened. Mike White, the minute he comes back, we're all excited. He's a starter. Flacco's the backup. I'd have Strebler active to be some running plays, and Zach should be inactive. That's exactly what he did. And I'm glad that Saleh said, you know what? Mike White is a quarterback from here on out until the season's over. And that's exactly the way it should be.
It should have been that way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny, man, but they should have got his ribs. Hey, look here, man. Get that man out there. I'm just saying, bro. We need Mike White. Mike White he's everything that we need. So
yep. So what we'll do is we'll share the link. If you guys got questions, fire it out. We'll answer your questions. Tyrone will probably hog all the answers. I'll just sit here and just monitor the chat. That's how it
No
usually works.
sir, no sir. I'm
So
calm, man.
in terms of playoff chances, obviously the Jets have to win out, and then you're kind of hoping that the Dolphins beat the Patriots this weekend, and that makes it a lot more interesting because then that game in Miami will be complete chaos. That's going to be for all the marbles, and that would be tremendous. So, but now this whole Tua thing, now it's like you got to worry about Bridgewater. What does Bridgewater bring to the table? Can he beat the Patriots?
I mean,
Fellas, I'm going. I'm already booked to Miami. I'm booked, room, air flight. I'm already going. I'll be there Friday to Monday. Win or lose, I'm there. So we're partying. it's simple
win
as
or
that.
lose or draw.
I just need tickets. If anybody has tickets, let me know because the prices are insane right now. But I'm in. I'm there. So Jomo better hide, man, because I definitely want to hang out with him. Aaron Rodgers is looking pretty good lately. He is. Derek Carr looked like shit.
Yep. And I won Carr too. Like, I won the Carr.
I like Carr, but that was not pretty.
Too. Like, it's not. Is it that or is it the offense though?
The Raiders are a weird team, man. I mean, because he has Devontae Adams there now. It's like you think they'd be better, but he looked off. But the weather was cold. It was snowy. But then Kenny Pickett threw some darts. So it's weird. If we lose out, is Salah on the hot seat next year? Not this year.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that this year, man.
Bro, Tyrone, if they lose 6 in a row to end the season, that's not a good loss. That's not a good look, dude.
Yeah, but we wasn't supposed to win 6 games. We wasn't supposed to win 6 games this season. But is it all on him? Like, know what I'm saying? Like, because
they came out flat on Thursday, dude.
Yeah, they did, but they
lost. You want meaningful games in December. You lost 2 at home.
Tyson, are you coming out excited? Is Zach your quarterback? Or you coming out the tunnel ready to? We got a chance.
I'm different, dude. If I know that I have a weak part, I overcompensate by playing even better and harder, more physical to overcome that deficiency on my team.
What did the defense give up, Tyson?
Dude, don't even listen. They were part of
the field goal,
right? And they missed, and the Jaguars missed a field goal, and they couldn't go up the field in crucial spots.
Yeah, but they gave
96-yard drives, not exactly dominant defense, dude.
Nah, not at all. But I mean, when the offense give you nothing, the offense gives you
want to be a dominant defense, you find a way.
I still think we got a ways to go, and I still think that I'm not exactly happy with our pass rush. The best pass rush we have is Huff. To be really honest,
he had 6 snaps.
Exactly.
Explain that to me.
How are you the best pass rusher with 6 snaps? Tell me that, because he will not be a Jet next year. No way.
Okay, so the comment is, Tyson, injuries are major issues. The Jets have overachieved. So overachieved meaning what? They should have won one of the Patriot games, if not both of them. So that's disappointment. That was on the quarterback. I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say they overachieved. This is I don't know, man.
I mean,
if you go 7-11, I'm not going to be happy. When you're 6-3, the expectation for everybody was they should win 10 games. Since then, they've been 1-5.
Listen, Tyson, I truly agree with you on that aspect. But no one saw us being 6-3. But once we got to 6-3,
they melted after the bye.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
the bye's been a disaster.
But your perspective changed after 6-3. But prior to that, if you'd have told us right now that we would have been, 7-8, everyone would have took that with 2 games left.
So everybody wanted meaningful games in December. You've accomplished when the season's over, say the Jets end up 8-9. Okay, you know what? We saw a lot of good things. We saw a lot of bad things. They made progress. But overall, to end the season losing that many games with so much on the line and the fashion they're losing is not encouraging. But it's like, all right, you saw a lot of the one thing that we learned from the season. The one thing that's definitive that we learned from the season is that Zach Wilson is not the guy. We need a quarterback. Whether that quarterback is Mike White or somebody else, it's definitely not Zach. So we learned that. And that was the one thing we had. Remember, we talked about this earlier, Tyrone. It was we gotta learn 2 things this year. Yeah. Is Salah the coach? Is Zach Wilson the quarterback? We feel much better about Salah. We know Zach's not the guy anymore. Yeah. So you accomplished one thing. And then you also got guys like Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and all those good things. So that's but if you lose 6 in a row in the season, man, that's brutal.
No, listen, absolutely. And finding out Zach wasn't the guy, you're absolutely correct. We found it out.
Yep. Definitive.
Listen, we still got AVT coming back next year. We still got Becton coming. Breece Hall coming back next year. We still got Becton coming back next year. We still got you got a few other players coming. AVT. No, I said them already. Max Mitchell coming back next year. The future is there. You know what I'm saying? Like having the kind of players that we have in our stable, but still, you got to improve this all season. There's gonna be some big decisions coming up. Do you keep Lawson? Do you keep Davis?
Yep.
Do you bring back Sheldon Rankins? I mean, it's a
But
lot of
and that's all.
Connor McGovern. We don't have a center. You know what I'm
But the
saying?
thing,
So
in a lot of this stuff, you want to see them in the clutch moments now. Like now, the next 2 weeks, like now's when this is Carl Lawson's time to shine. This is why you were brought here for pass rush, for dominance. Corey Davis, like he had a big drop last week again. Like this is put up or shut up time for all these guys, man. Like you're playing not only for your playoff lives, a lot of these guys are playing for their contracts too. Like, all right, are you going to be here or are you not going to be here? So
because not
it's going to be
having
interesting.
not having no money and wanting to be able to improve, like you should have bring guys back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You should have bring if you bring Connor McGovern back. He's an unrestricted free agent. Lawson. I mean, he counts 15 million on the books. Has he done enough to give you 15 million? I mean, so it's a lot. Listen, a
Well,
lot
is
of big decisions.
Bryce Huff's a free agent too, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the guy that you want back. And
Yep.
you're not getting them back because his number's going to be crazy. Because it's going to be a coach that's going to find a way to keep this kid on the field more than often, and that's what he needs to be. The kid is amazing. But you watch a team like San Francisco. I mean, you understand the philosophy of what I was trying to get to. Having those bookings, having them getting them done. But then you got Jermaine Johnson, you got Clemens, you got these guys coming in. So could you lose somebody like Lawson and find somebody that's come on? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of nips and that, but that's not the same team. So you know what I'm saying?
They've got to maximize the talent they have on this roster and coach them up and get more of them. Only playing Bryce Huff 6 snaps to me is ridiculous.
I've never understood Tyson.
But not even that time. You look, and I like Zonovan Knight. I like him a lot. I thought he's had a big burst to this offense, a lot of good things. He was kind of stuck in the mud last week. You saw when Ty Johnson came in, he took off. Michael Carter, and I love Michael Carter. He's either hurt, a little bit slow, a little sluggish, whatever it is. Ty Johnson was like instant energy. Like now, when you have these last 2 games left, dude, you're playing for your playoff lives. You don't play fucking favorites, dude. You give anybody that gives you a spark, anybody can give you a play, anybody can move the sticks. Like you use every asset you possibly have to make plays now. You can't be like, well, this is my over-reliable. I don't care about your over-reliable, dude. I want to win. If that means Huff's got to play over Jermaine Johnson, don't care. You know what I mean? Like make tough decisions here, coach, because you need to win 2 more games.
And Tyson, I want to give you this, and no one can take this from you. You've been on Huff since the summertime. And it's not too many people that can say, yo, I've been screaming. Yo, you've been screaming from Huff since the summertime, since the first game of the season. And I'll give you that, bro. You were dead on with that.
But he's been instant energy, dude. He's been good. So we got here. There's a couple interesting comments here. James Robinson, man, is just odd man out at this point. They like Zonovan Knight. They like Ty Johnson. I guess he has enough burst. I mean, I'm wondering the way he acted after the one game where he was inactive and started talking to the media like he's pissed off. He came here to play. I wonder if that rubbed people the wrong way. I'm not sure, but I don't expect to see him be active this week, though. Do you?
I don't. Listen, no, I don't. And we saw this last night on the show. I just don't see. I don't see you using him over Johnson because Johnson's special teams. You're not going to use him over Bam because Bam has actually been running the ball pretty well. What do you put him in at? I just don't think that he's. I think that if they knew about Bam, they would have never traded for him. You know what I'm saying? But I think that they jumped the gun, wanting to not lose that momentum. And didn't realize they had a dominant in the rough. So I don't think he plays anymore, man. He's still a great player, but I just think he's just what they want and what he's giving them isn't enough.
Yeah, so we will go to some callers. Ask a question. We just like one question each. You guys ask us one. We'll keep it moving along because a lot of people are trying to get on. So thank you guys for joining us. We definitely appreciate it.
Definitely.
Always fun. I'm fired up, man. I can't wait. Just bring it on Sunday already, man.
Meaningful game, like you said, man. Meaningful games in December, bro. How does feel tight? Listen, it's been so long. Listen, it's been so long on this show. It's been so long on this show that we feel this way. It's been a long time. What Fitzpatrick?
I felt bad. I felt bad for the stream. We had Romeo and Bubs join me with Legend, and I could just see Bubs because like you guys are used to my shit, dude. Like I just go off the rails. I start cursing, throwing things. I walk away. I'm all angry. And the way the game was playing out, dude, like my inner same old Jets rage was coming out. And you could just see Bubs didn't know what to say. He's like, do I add a comment now or do I just? And you can just see the stress on his face. He was all like, man. So let's bring him on now. How you doing, man?
What up, Bubs? Yo, hey man, listen, superstar. I saw you out there with my boy Legend. Yo, how Legend treat you, man? He treat you right?
Yeah, Legend was Legend had a lot of good takes.
Absolutely, my guy. How you been, man?
That was going pretty. It's going good. That was I enjoyed talking Jets with you guys, but that game was awful. That was not a good game. Hell no.
No,
But
absolutely.
yeah, it's crazy how things have changed from Thursday night, Friday into Saturday, and then as you mentioned, that Dolphins game was the real the the real revive to the season, however you want
Yep.
to put it. But yeah, so I'm pumped up. You guys mentioned I want Sunday to be here already. It's just
So
so much energy.
we're all excited about Mike White coming back, and rightfully so.
Mhm.
He gives you the best chance to win. He can run the offense efficiently. But how concerned are you with the Jets being able to protect him and him getting through the full game?
Yeah, I mean I have my concerns with the offensive line, but I think for the most part, hey, Kurt. um, I think for the most part, I feel confident. I mean this Seahawks defense isn't great. And there was actually some numbers that Zach Rosenblatt, one of the insiders, showed
Yep.
about like when the pressure on Zach Wilson's a lot worse because he holds onto the ball longer than it is on Mike White.
Yep.
So I feel if Mike White, if there's short, quick passes, play within the offense, get the running backs involved out of the backfield, quick 5-6 yard passes, nothing, too crazy. I feel that they can definitely protect him, but it's a big test for the offense line. To go on the road, you can't, be giving up a bunch of sacks like they were in Buffalo because it's just gonna go take a turn for the worst. And obviously the ribs are. I don't think they're probably fully healed. They're good enough to play, but if he takes another big hit, there's a possibility that it could cause more damage. So I feel optimistic because the defense isn't great in Seattle, and he gets if he gets the ball out quickly, I think he'll be fine. So overall, I feel pretty good about Mike White, the offense line, him staying protected.
Bub, I got a question for you, Bub. So what's your biggest concern with going into Seattle Sunday?
What was that?
I said, what's your biggest concern going into Seattle for Sunday? What's your biggest concern other than Mike
Um,
White?
Probably. To me, it's probably the run game, just because we haven't gotten it going. Part of me says the run game, and then also a little bit part of me says, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, just the run game. Punting, yeah, Brady Man's not any good, but
No, no,
the run game
random mention
because,
punting.
yeah, or the run game's been bad, especially recently, and especially against Jacksonville too, which wasn't a great defense. But part of me hopes that again, Seattle's defense isn't great, especially stopping the run. So hopefully they get it going, but they got to get the run game going, especially on the road. Bam night, get Michael Carter involved. Even get him involved, as I mentioned too, in the pass game. Running backs have
Yeah,
got to
Yep.
play a big role on
absolutely,
Sunday if we want any chance of winning. None of
absolutely,
this Bam night on Thursday, had like 6 carries, -2 yards. That can't happen again.
absolutely.
You got to get him
Well,
10, 15 carries, get him, 70, 80 yards, get Carter involved. Ty Johnson, I know sometimes they like to use him on third down. So run game's got to get going. But that'd be my biggest concern just because it's really stalled the past like 2-3 weeks.
put
It just hasn't been good, and it's really showed because the offense relies so heavily on this run game, especially earlier in the year. Without it, it's not the same.
yeah, put nine in the box is hard. It's
Hmm.
hard to run the ball on nine in the box though.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just hoping that they just come out with energy. I have one question for you guys. Do you think the defense this week will see an increased, I guess, level of play? They'll be at a higher level now that Mike White's back, and they have a kind of just more energy and they just more belief, I guess, in a way in the offense going down and scoring
They
points.
better.
Yep, I think so, Bubs. I'm gonna lie. I go first, Tyson. I absolutely think defense gonna come out there on fire. I think they have somebody they can believe in. And I think listen. One thing about this defense, they hold themselves accountable. Everybody in that defense holds themselves accountable. So I think these guys don't they realize the importance of what this game is, and it's going to fall on them. But now they know that even if we struggle a little bit, we have a quarterback that's capable of at least moving the football, getting us a field goal. You know what I'm saying? Getting plays done. Tyson, what you think?
They got to create turnovers, man. A lot of intensity, create turnovers, field possession, all that. They got to do a lot of good things here, man. They do. And you want to see them dominate. Quinn dominate, CJ Mosley
Yeah.
dominate, Jordan Whitehead, like no sloppy tackling, no dumb penalties on special teams, on defense, no personal fouls, none of that shit, man.
Can we fall on a fumble? Can we just fall
Yeah.
on one, please? Just one. This
It's
one. This
crazy,
one.
man.
Can we just fall on one? Listen, we've been around every fumble. It just can't. It's crazy.
But there's also two facets to this game too. You got DJ Reed going against his former team.
Yes,
He's going to
sir.
be amped up.
And
Sauce
Gino.
Gardner with Tariq Woolen on the other side of the field too. He's going to want to flex his muscle a little bit too. But Also, Quentin Williams, dude. I think Quentin Williams, he's having an all-pro level year, but he's playing for a contract, dude. He's playing to make a statement. Like, there's a lot of they're coming up 4 losses in a row, dude. And they've been questioned by everybody. They've been doubted by everybody. If you don't man up and step up and play your best game of the year now, it's just what are you waiting for? There's literally no excuses, especially with you have a long rest now. You're fresh, dude. That's it. Yep. You're fresh. You're healthier. The only player is LaMarcus Joyner, who will maybe be back now. I don't know. Like Will Parks has been playing, but that's really the only guy.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, I think
you can't believe what Salah says in this press conference.
I think Tyler Lockett might be out too for them.
Yeah, he's questionable now. But the other missing part, which you touched on before, is special teams. I'm fucking tired of Braden Mann, man. Yeah. I'm so tired of Braden Mann. I cannot, between him and Barrios with his inconsistent returns. Yeah. Like, I'm over it. But this is a game where you've got to clean it all up. Seattle's not an easy place to play.
Yep.
He's like Braden Mann's always, you saw it, Bubs. He's always good for that one shank at the worst time ever. He's got to clean it up. Barrios has got to be much better. And then, the Jets should win this game. I really think so.
Yeah. I think we have a good chance if we play well and don't turn the ball over.
Yep.
We have a good chance to win both these next 2 games. And I feel confident New England losing. I don't think they're going to go in Buffalo the final week of the season and win. I just don't see that happening.
So your level of confidence going into Seattle?
Seattle, I'd say it's like a 6.5.
There you go.
6.5. I feel good. 6.5.
I feel actually, in a way, a little bit more confident in the offense than I do the defense. Maybe that's just me because I believe a lot in Mike White. But, I'm not saying that I have no confidence in the defense, but I just believe a lot in Mike White. I'm fully on the Mike White train. So
you and the rest of the fan base.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Bubs, I want to say one thing before you go, big dog. You know what? You started to become an old Jets veteran, bro. You started to pick up some old habits, bro.
Yep.
You started to pick up
that. Now.
Look, that 6.5. You like any other fan be like, nah, I believe 10. Bubs like, nah, I don't know.
He's learned.
He's learning. Yeah, absolutely, baby.
Have a good night, Bubs.
Have a good night, bro.
Thanks for having me on. Have a good one.
You too, man.
You too, man. Yeah, he's definitely growing up before the eyes right there. But
that's when it's buddy. Just that's when you become a content creator too, and you deal with everybody's shit. It's buddy. Like
Tyson, what's so crazy? And I tell people this. Everyone, everybody's getting their own podcast, whatever. And I tell people this. It's really easy to call in this show and be great. To sit on this show and do your own thing. Mm-hmm. Check it out. See, trust me. Listen. The one thing you don't see coming is hate, because it's coming for you. Because you'll get messages for days and weeks. And you know what, sir? You sure like forward and shit too, don't you? You don't mind it, do you, big fella?
Well, actually, you got constructive criticism though.
Hey, no, and I appreciate that. Now, I really thank him for that, bro. And you see, as I emailed him back, bro, I really appreciate that because I did not see that. Now, I thank him for that. That was really honest. But I've had people say stuff to me, man, that if you were in front of me, I would break your fucking
you
nose.
You see the shit I've been dealing with.
Oh, yeah, props. I'm gonna be real with you. Everybody knows what you do for a living. Like, so why are people like, you gotta be, listen,
bro, I don't even care.
Can I tell you one quick story? Listen, we was in Charlotte last year, right? We're coming out the game, right? This dude was like, yo, F you, goodbye to Yonkers, or wherever y'all are from, whoop, whoop, whoop. And him and Tyson on the chapter, right? I told dude, I said, listen, man, you have no clue how bad your day is about to be. Number one, he drunk as shit. And I'm telling you, he's going to beat your ass. I said, bro, he's going to beat your ass, bro. I'm telling you. I said, bro, I'm telling you, man. Listen, sometimes the Lord speaks to you in different ways. Walk the fuck away when you get carried away.
Was that after I did the shot, the Pabst Blue Ribbon shotgun and the shot of tequila?
No, that was before that. After that, you were done. Like, when listen, we're at the bar, right? Tyson is loud as hell. Like, man, what the bro? Yo, listen, we had no problems though. We had a good day that day, right? Listen, that was amazing.
All right. I'll never forget that Pabst Blue Ribbon shotgun was terrible, dude. That was so bad.
Why? And it was like some old just random liquor too. It was some old off. Like, Tyson, don't take that shit. He was like, yo, no problem.
And then he's like, oh no, you gotta do a shot too. I'm like, wait, a shotgun and a shot? Like, who makes these rules? Like, where are these rules coming from?
Hey, well, you know what though? They came in, they offered us food, they showed us love, and these are just random. These are just random. They were Carolina fans.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Good people.
He had a big spread of food and stuff.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, what about that? Yeah, that food at that bar was good as hell too, though.
It was. All right, back to the show. We will go to Chris. What's up, man?
Chris.
What's going on, guys? How you been? Long time no talk.
How you been?
Hey, how you been, man?
I'm just going through some work shit. So
I understand
it is
that
what
one.
it is.
Trust me. I understand that one.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yo, Tyson, I hope you're not planning on flying Southwest to go down to Miami, though.
No, sir. I know that lesson already. They're just canceling everything.
Yeah, dude, it's wild, absolutely wild.
Sad.
And yo, real quick, man, I need a hype man like you, Tyrone. When you're talking with Tyson, I need someone to follow me around like that and just.
Yo, bro, listen, man.
Tyrone was like my bodyguard at that point because I was just
Chris,
creating havoc.
If you ever get to party with Tyson, man, I am telling you, man. Like,
It's
listen,
not true.
When people say that Tyson, anyone who's partying with Tyson will tell you, bro, this dude don't stop. Like, listen, I wanted to go in, bro. It's like 4 o'clock. I want to go to sleep. He was like, "Yo,
well, yeah, but he also showed up 5 hours late too. So what the hell do you want from us?
Hey, listen, man, listen. But you know what? Hollywood had to make it. Listen, but hold on, Chris. Did he tell you this? They laid out 20 fucking shots, bro. 20 shots.
Hey, man. 5 minutes started that shit. That wasn't me. I was innocent in that part.
And you know what made me feel good? Fireman Ed waited on me, and I felt bad. I felt really bad then.
Chris,
I felt bad then, Chris. I felt bad then, Chris. I felt real bad.
So this is what happened. Let's tell the real story here. So we arranged this get together in Charlotte. All these people are showing up. Be there by 3-4 o'clock, and everybody's there, dude. Everybody's having a good time. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Ed wants to go somewhere else. We're all ready to go somewhere else. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Then comes Hollywood, 9 o'clock. We were drinking for 5 hours already. Like, what do you want us to do? And we all waited for them to show up because we didn't want to leave them there. That's how nice of friends we are.
Hey, listen, Chris. What he's not telling you, Chris, what he's not telling you, Chris. I had a situation with my business that I had to take care of before I left. And it was supposed to be done that morning. It didn't get done till about 11, 12. Then I headed to Charlotte, whatever. But listen, what made me feel bad, though, is Fireman Ed was waiting on me. Tyson, like, he's about to go. I was like, come on, wait. He's like, yo.
Did you see how he said what made it feel bad? He was mad that he felt bad about Fireman Ed waiting. Not the fact that Kevin and I had to do shots with everybody that showed up.
I was drinking anyway. Listen, Tyson, you telling me.
It was the only one more Hollywood than him.
Listen, if he was sitting somewhere sitting like in a restaurant with no alcohol, I would have felt bad. He at a bar and Tyson's gonna take. So Tyson, you the problem taking shots, sir?
We were having fun with everybody waiting for you.
No, be honest.
The party's not going to stop waiting for you.
Did you have a problem taking shots?
No, of course not.
You, Primetime, and Jay, get out. You come on,
and
man.
Ryan too. Ryan was there too. And then what's his? Yes, it was a group. So let's go back to Chris.
Yes.
So Chris.
All right, real quick. I did see Elmo on the screen, so I got to make sure. Hi, Elmo. I saw you take him off, so don't want to think I forgot about him.
Tomorrow night, Kill Switch Engage, man. How come you're not coming?
I saw that, man. Right now just kind of watching the money a little bit. Basically, the work stuff. I feel like our team's kind of getting phased out, so I'm just kind of waiting for the rug to get pulled out from underneath us. So just kind of watching a little bit, you know.
No, so I hear you then. Sorry about that.
I'd love to go. I forgot. There's someone else on that. Who else is on the show?
River of the Niles or something like that.
Nah, there's
Unearth.
Dude, I love Unearth. They were like one of my favorite metal bands in like 2003, 2004.
I've never
The
seen
Oncoming Storm. I was literally listening down the gym this morning. Like, just such a good album. Such a good album.
You're not gonna take me to a metal show, man. When Tyrone.
Tyrone.
To a metal
you didn't even
show,
go to
bro.
Jet games.
I ain't get to one yet, bro.
Tyrone, you got to come up. Tyson, I've been telling you, come up to the hardcore show. Tyrone, come up. Come peek into my world a little bit, man.
This is a true story.
Like you've never seen.
The comment is, did someone meet their future wife at Charlotte? And that is our good friend, Jay.
Yes, sir.
He
Jay
did.
Yo, listen.
So while Tyrone was blowing us off for 5 hours, Jay actually met his future wife.
Yeah, see.
Who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Tyrone.
You welcome, big homie. You welcome, big dog. I got you. That's what I do.
But okay. I know you guys got a lot of callers, so it's a different topic for a different day. But I'm with you, Tyrone. I'm not saying a playoff mandate, but you can't. It all depends how it goes next year. I think you have to take a serious look at this point at LaFleur. If he keeps getting too cute with some of these plays, then I like the guy. You know, I want to see him more consistently when he doesn't have to scheme around Zach and when he has more trust in the quarterback like Mike White. But I don't want to put a playoff mandate. I truthfully do believe we have the right coach and GM. But we need that stability at the quarterback. And, you know, injuries are injuries, man. How many offensive linemen are we down? Like, I mean, I love Herbig. Herbig's been playing well for the most part, but there's a reason why he was on the practice squad for the Eagles.
Fant's been playing terrible.
No, I agree. Fant and Tomlinson.
No, you said it right. Herbert and Fant, that side has, and Herbert's he's taking a major jump back since Fant's been there. You notice that? Since Fant, I think him and Mitchell had a better rapport. I just think he's playing really, really bad.
So Chris, will you go see Metallica and Pantera in August?
I went to see Metallica when they played Philly a few years ago, and that was the only time I saw Metallica. And that was like the pinnacle for me. I looked at like the set list from like the day before they played. I think they played in Baltimore or whatever on that tour. And I was looking like Creeping Death is my favorite Metallica song, hands down. And I was like, man, I just want to hear them play Creeping Death. And I saw it wasn't on the set list. Well, it was unannounced and they played it in Philly. I lost my fucking mind.
So you're not going to go? I'm going to go see Metallica, Five Finger Death Punch, and Ice Nine Kills. They're on the Sunday.
I kind of like Ice Nine Kills a little bit. Five Finger Death Punch to me, Matt, is the corniest fucking band. That singer, he has a cool voice. It's a very unique voice, but those lyrics are some of the cheesiest shit ever. But real quick, hey, did you see after I went through Kevin and Tyrone's video from yesterday, I was working, like I was listening to some other podcasts.
How'd they do? So what is your evaluation of Kevin and Tyrone's video? What's your assessment? What if you had to give them feedback? What would it be?
I like it personally. I understand why you guys are doing like the two because it gets a little bit more crowded. I personally like when the three of you are on. Like I thought that first week when you did it and like Kevin was doing like the cut up clips and like posting them to Twitter real time. I thought that was really cool. But I think the coolest thing about this channel is it's like all friends talking together. So like for me, it's like the more than where. What's up?
We ain't friends. We're kidding.
No. So when I got done listening to the show, I stumbled on Ryan.
But you didn't give feedback though. How did Kevin and Tyrone do that? We want to hear your evaluation.
I gave it a thumbs up. Jeez.
But yeah, give us some feedback. Anything they should fix, not fix? Were you bored? Did you go to other channels?
No, honestly, you guys are the shit I go to first. Like that's
too
usually
nice.
That's usually
my way too nice.
Huh?
You're way too nice.
Like, everybody's not like you, Tyson.
I'm trying to instigate some shit here. You're too nice.
Nah, Chris, your family.
What can I say, man? I'm still in the holiday spirit.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
But no, I stumbled onto Ryan's video. Did you see? I guess it was some dude from Jet Nation, and
I've been arguing with him.
Yeah, with Joe Douglas. He was so pissed after that game, like waiting in the rain and the poor play and stuff like that. Waited until after and saw Joe Douglas walking, saying like, "Yo, thanks for drafting Jamarcus fucking Russell,
Ryan Leaf or some shit."
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, thanks for drafting Ryan Leaf 2.0. And then Douglas come walking at him saying, "I'll smash you like a fucking pretzel." And Salah had to pull him back. So,
yo, seriously?
Yeah, that's what he said. And apparently, this dude is like a reputable dude on Jet Nation.
I made a video and I mentioned him, and he's been in my comments ever since then, coming back at me. And my point is this: is that there's always more to the story. There's his version, the Jets version of what actually happened. But if he stayed after the game and was that pissed off and that angry, I think he probably said more than that. He's probably cursed out the players, cursed out everybody else. And to me, it's over the top, dude, because it's like you're sitting there attacking people. That's supposed to be your favorite team, right? And now they're back in the playoff hunt, right? And now you hate Joe Douglas, you hate everybody, and now they're back in. So now what? This Sunday you're back like cheering for him again? Like, how does that work?
Okay, you want to instigate a little bit, right? You could take your own advice right there too, and you're already talking about cleaning house and get rid of the coaches next year.
I could take my advice, but here's the difference between me. I have no problem being on this channel saying all kinds of stuff, going on social media. I will never sit there and personally verbally abuse anybody from the staff or a player in person. I think it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. And be proud of it.
What about the person that called message Zach's mom?
That's it's idiots.
Yo, that's lame.
To sit there and scream it like
that's out of bounds.
And the reason was like, I paid money to be there. I did this. Okay, cool. We all paid money, dude. I'm going to Miami in 2 weeks. If they lose, I might go on the field and start screaming, I hate you. You suck. Fuck you. Listen, that. No.
That's crazy.
Like the play didn't work out. That's the way it works.
And see, the problem is though, I'm not that big of a podcaster that I won't catch you outside and beat your ass. See, I haven't got to that level yet. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe D, I can understand.
I just think it's over the top, man. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't understand that thing.
Ass people, man. You can't attack
you
nobody
can like
listen,
that. You can boo, you can do all kinds of shit. To sit after and start yelling at the people, it's like, come on, man. Like it's a game, dude. You go on, you go home, sit in the traffic, and live for another day.
The point I was trying to get at with that though is like that was the first like thought like where like I feel like Douglas and Saller is safe, but that was like I wonder if that story is true, like, and if that's how it did go down, if maybe like Woody did have the talk with Douglas and
dude,
maybe
I think it's just over, dude. You've just lost 4 games in a row, 2 games in a row at home. You just sat in cold. Wind, rain, snow, all this shit. You lost a huge game, which could have knocked you out of the playoffs. You're fucking angry, dude. And the last thing you want to do is walk out of the building and have one of your own fans cursing at you and yelling at you. Like, dude, you fucking like sometimes we're human, man. Like if that was me or Tyrone to you, like you're pissed, you're angry, you're disappointed, and you look at this guy just ripping you to shreds and cursing at you. Like, dude, fuck you. Like
bro,
that's what we live in, right?
Doing that. I mean, because he's a human. Listen, he's a man before he's anything else. And I'll be honest with you. I believe he probably said a lot more. Listen, Jody probably gets all kinds of, a lot more of that story. He probably gets all kinds of shit said at him every day that he doesn't react to. But certain things you say to a man, like y'all remember when what was it, Carmelo Anthony when Kevin Garnett said something to him, he waited by the bus, man. Listen, and Carmelo said, he said, listen, as a man, it's certain shit you're not gonna say to me. Before he gets to that level, and and even as fans, listen, I don't boo nobody. I said on the show when I give my opinion, I don't personally attack nobody. I'm not going to email them and say you suck. I just none of that. If I make an assessment, I'm not an NFL player, so I'm not going to say that Zach sucks. I'm going to tell you
can talk, but there's a difference between doing this show, and that was his point. He's like, you guys are on all the time ripping people. Yeah, that's just us talking about the game. Like we were sitting there talking about it. I'm not sitting in Salah's face saying "fuck you, you suck, coach." That's ridiculous.
It's not personal.
That's just that's not being a fan, dude. That's just
I agree. I'm not like saying like that was the right thing to do by any means. I was just wondering if I was just bringing it up, say if you guys saw that, and then if you think
is Valen out of his mind?
He can't help himself, man. This is what he does.
Valen,
man.
You're crazy, dude.
Yo, Valen, if I need a new job, where are you working at, man? Because
you're ridiculous.
No, but listen, you know what's so crazy about Valen? Yo, he is the nicest guy.
He is so nice, dude. He's ridiculously
him
nice.
And his wife, man, they are amazing.
They're cool as shit.
Absolutely, yes, man. Absolutely, man. He sit out there and played cornhole, drunk beer, just shot the shit with us, man. Just a real.
I don't think he even drank. Did he? Did he drink? I don't think he even drank that much. He's just hanging out, dude, just eating and stuff.
But had a really
dude, that's crazy generous, man. You're just nuts. I've already you'll see what's coming, but I just God, man, you're killing me.
We don't have enough. We got to make more stuff just to send to you.
Yeah. But all right, I'll leave you guys go. I know you got.
What's your level of confidence going into Seattle?
I'm gonna echo Bugs. I'm gonna say about 6.5. I think the biggest worry outside of special teams and keeping Mike White healthy is going to be containing Geno. I think if Geno gets out and starts running, I think that's going to be a big Achilles heel for us. And then once he starts running, you got to pray to God that JFM isn't going to do some kind of stupid roughing the passer penalty where he hits him just a little bit late and we get our typical, calls that we never get in our favor thrown against us. I think that'll be the downfall, if anything. I agree what you said. Sauce is going to come out. He wants to make that statement. He wants there to be no second guessing that he is the defensive rookie of the year. You want Garrett Wilson to put Tariq Woolen in a fucking blender and have him go and solidify his case for offensive rookie of the year. So you have the team aspect. You also have those personal accolades that they're looking for. And like you mentioned, Quinn solidifying, he's due for that big payday, and everybody else that's up and wanting that contract. So it's going to be good.
It's a big spot, man. Chris, have a great New Year's, man.
You too. Happy New Year's, guys. Everybody in the chat. And just remember, don't drink and drive.
That's right.
Sir,
stay safe, man.
Catch you later. See you.
Absolutely.
We got completely sidetracked with that call.
Yo, man, Chris can't help it, bro. I didn't get a chance to ask him about his man cave. You know what I'm saying? I actually worked
Chris is slick, though, because he did the whole man cave thing. And then I think it was DJ Reed did something on Twitter where it's like, I'll give one of my followers a signed jersey if you do something that makes the Pro Bowl or something like that. So Chris he made a video and posted it under DJ Reed's thing. So you see showing off his man cave and stuff. I'm like, man, that's him. I'm like, if I'm DJ Reed, I'm like, I'm not giving it to him because he already has a lot. I want to give somebody less. You know what I mean?
Yo,
I saw you, Chris. I saw you playing your hand there. Absolutely. A lot of times we don't say anything. No, it didn't work. But it was like it was a complete flex though. It was like, yo, DJ, man, check this out. You saw the whole view, like that great man cave. I'm like, what a bastard.
Hey, listen, my man cave ain't even a quarter there. I'm working on it though. Just got my walls painted yesterday. Got it like the jet gray on the wall. It's gonna be all right though. It's gonna be all right. Ain't gonna be Christmas.
And I have not made the trip. I gotta come out there. I gotta come out there for just like a
visit.
A visit and just have pizza and go see some like hardcore show and go crazy. Maybe I'll got Tyrone come too.
Yeah. Bring Tyrone. I want to go. Take me to long as I can get into the music, I can vibe, I can feel it. I'm good to go.
Armand, go, dude. I've seen Kill Switch probably 10 times. Last time I saw Kill Switch was actually with Chris. We saw him out there in the Sherman Theater. They're awesome, dude. They're so good live. And Jesse sounds better than ever. And now his voice will be fine because they haven't been playing, so he'll be good. So what else we got here? What's up, Carlos? Good call. We got. It's a random man. You didn't get back to my email. I thought it was. Oh yeah. So the person that had the story about Joe Douglas name was Kevin, and random man thought it was Primetime. I'm like, no, Primetime's not like that.
Primetime's not doing that.
Primetime's too. He's too calm.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to Steve from Westchester. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Steve?
How you doing?
Big.
That's snow, bro.
Snow?
Yo, that's your wall. My bad. I was like, yo, outside. It was like,
snow?
Yes, I can see, like, bro, it looked like snow in the back, yo.
No. Thank God we're not getting any snow over here yet.
Yes, Steve. It's snowing in his house, Tyrone. It's just snowing. He opened the roof up. He lives in a dome. You open the dome up a little bit.
You saw a little bit of grass right there.
He opened the dome up, dude. He's
How you guys doing? Good?
Doing good, man.
Good. This is my first call, so
you good, man?
Well, the first thing you gotta do is say hi to Elmo.
Oh, what's up, Elmo?
There you go. You're doing fine now.
What are our thoughts about our running game going into this game?
I think it's going to be better because the defense won't pressure as much because Zach Wilson's not there. I think they have to respect Mike White. They have to respect the passing game. That'll open some things up. And I think they're going to be rested. The offensive line's got to play a lot better. I wouldn't be surprised if you see more than just Zonovan Knight, though. I think you're going to probably see more Ty Johnson. You may see more Michael Carter. I mean, Tyron, like I told you, I get Strevler involved. I bring him in for some like gadget plays and shit. But it's got to
agree.
It's got to be a focus, dude, because you don't want Mike White throwing the ball 48 times. No. You don't. Get the ball in his hands quick. Don't take big hits. But the running game will wear out the defense. Does a lot of good things. I mean, what do you think, Tyrone?
We should be able to run the football. Listen, when you're watching against Jacksonville, man, listen, they knew Zach was in the last two games. They stacked the box. That's what they did. That's what any good coach would do. With Mike White, you can't exactly do that because Mike can actually throw the football. He can get the ball quickly out the guys. And he can make every throw. So I think you'll see a lot more. It'd be more of a fair attack. It won't be a one-sided attack. So I think that we should be able to run the football against Seattle. They're giving them 160, 170 yards a game. If we can't move the football, it's going to be a long day. And if we can't run the football, and I don't see that happening. I think we have a really good chance of coming out there and running the ball down their throats. I think also with having Mike, the play action should be really, really big, and having a guy like Garrett out there, it's going to be a really, really good chess match with them.
And he can spread the ball around too, man.
Seattle, but hold on. Seattle has a decent defense. I know they don't always show up. They have a decent defense, so don't be shocked with that.
I think this is a big test for Mike LaFleur, like probably the biggest test to date. Now, I know Salah was saying maybe we're not going to throw Strevler in the mix. I think he's just saying that to throw Seattle off a little bit.
Yeah,
Why have they taken this long to put Strevler? And I understand he's the fourth string quarterback and all that, but they brought up Bam Knight, who is a practice squad running back. I'm not saying Strevler needs to be throwing the ball, but if you see something there with him being able to run and be physical, why?
Taysom Hill type situation. Nah, bro, you're absolutely correct. Taysom Hill type move. You know, any advantages you give your offense helps. In the moments like that, when they brought Strevler up against the Patriots, they really should have
made him active.
They should have made him active. They really should have used him.
And you know what? And Tyron, just to your point, the other thing too is, and I've been saying this for weeks now. The most times I'm scared of Mike LaFleur is 3rd and 3 or less because the play calls are horrific. But this is where you bring Streveler in, dude. You bring him in, you give him the run pass option, you throw everybody off balance. You don't know, especially 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 scares the shit out of you because they don't know what they're ever going to do. The quarterback draw never works. Streveler's physical as hell, man. Just that alone, if he gives you 2 more first downs, that's worth the roster spot on Sunday.
It's worth it. He definitely plays that position.
Yeah. Substitute. I don't know what D lineman we can possibly get rid of. Maybe Vinny Curry or something, but I don't know.
Worth it, man. It's worth it for that extra option to run. I think it's worth it.
100%.
So as well. Hey, Steve, I got a question for you, Steve.
Yes, sir.
What's your biggest concern with the defense going into Seattle this weekend?
I think it's pretty obvious stopping the run game. I feel like that's been one of our, chinks in our armor this year, and they have to figure it out because he ain't no joke over there, Kenneth Walker. So
he's a monster.
I think they'll be up for it though. I think with Mike White coming back, honestly, everybody's going to be on their P's and Q's because I think Tyson, you were saying it earlier in the week, football is such an emotional sport, and they just respond to Mike White so much better. Like, when's the last time we had a complimentary football game with all 3 phases? Like, seriously.
Yeah, true. But
he's tough. He rallies them. He's an emotional leader. They believe him. He keeps scratching and clawing. He brings a lot to the game. I think he spreads the ball around. He gets everybody involved. Like, it's a lot of good things, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thanks for calling, man. Excellent call.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Great call,
Have a good
bro.
night. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year as well,
man. All right, see, first call was a good one. See that?
Yeah, absolutely.
See, look at it. It's one big happy show here tonight. We got to share the link in case you want to bring a special guest on, Tyrone. You know what I mean? Steve did good though, man. That's good.
Yeah, he did good first call, man. Absolutely.
All right, we will go to. Do you want? Let's see what you want. What do you want? We'll go here before we go to chaos. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's up, big dog? How you been, man?
Life is good. First, hi, Elmo.
Smart.
All right. Yes, sir.
Second, Tyson, I mean, you were talking about this contract stuff. Everybody knows that Tyrone is the draw. So, I mean, unless that dude is getting the majority's share of the contract, he's getting undervalued. Like, you really are getting a good price for him.
That's what I'm saying, baby.
So we'll do that. So that's a very interesting point. Since Tyrone is the draw, then I'll stop making videos then because it's 2 to 3 hours a day is exhausting.
Hey, man, listen, man. We ain't saying all that. We're not.
No. We'll just you're the draw.
It's not that you're not appreciated, but you know what? There's just the face, the draw, and then there's got to be somebody that does the legwork, and you get You get credit for what you contribute.
So you can't compare. He should maximize his opportunity and be more of a draw and produce more content.
Hey, listen.
Then there goes the too much because if he gives too much, then then some of the luster kind of might get jeopardized. So I mean, I think right now Tyrone is kind of doing that balance really well.
Balance, baby.
Balance.
For life.
I understand, Tyson. You want more from him. We all would want more from him, but I mean,
I've given up. I've given up already. What is Valen? Somebody stop Valen. Somebody just stop him. I can't send you any more shit.
Hey, listen. So
Valen, I'm gonna owe you next year's gear.
Listen, you just calling in and listening is more than enough for us, man. But thank you for the bonus, man.
Damn, dude, you're killing us.
The boss man already cut the check, so I appreciate it though. That's what I'm talking
you're
about.
way too generous, man.
Yo, way too generous, man.
Ridiculous.
We don't have enough stuff to send them. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like
we gotta make more merch.
Sounds like an idea. By the way, I would definitely be in on Brian getting some more merch. I'm just saying. Y'all know I'm there.
He's got it.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So so ask Tyrone about the sweatshirts he's making. Ask about those.
Tyrone, let me ask you, what is Tyson doing that he's not coming through with your idea?
See, man,
what do you really need to have a talk with him?
He promised us. He promised us.
Listen. Hey, listen. To his understanding, I showed him the shirt that the guy made. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The dude was. I paid for 2 hoodies and 2 shirts for Primetime and Tyson. Right? Mm-hmm. I get my stuff. I get 1 shirt. No hoodies. So I'm actually well, man, they're backed up. Hey, listen, bro, I've already paid you. So I'm still waiting for that to come in. So
bro, I just mailed out 100-something shirts, long sleeve shirts, and hoodies. No problem, man. Came in 2 weeks, out the door he went.
Man, what Tyrone long sleeve shirt and hoodie at this, sir?
Bro, I tried, man. We're waiting for you to slim down just a little bit more.
Hey, look, you know what? Hey, listen, you know what? We're gonna have to wait. Listen,
Tyson, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. We should just all be happy about what we get from Tyrone.
Yeah, but if you promise us something, and the thing is, he taunts us too. He taunts us with the goddamn sweatshirt. He goes out to his little party, the Virginia Jet fan party, big Let's Talk Jets sweatshirt, shoulder pad. Look at all this shit. We don't get that. We get nothing.
You know
we had the koozies come out. The koozies came out. I mailed them to Tyrone right away. Anything I can get Tyrone, he's got one. See, Tyrone got him.
I got it right there. So, if you guys don't mind, I do want to segue a little bit to the Jets. I appreciate.
Sorry, you know what's bad? My mom stole some koozies too, bro. Like I go to her house, she's sitting there walking there with her Coors Light. Well, let's talk, John. You a fan now? I'm a Cowboys fan, but I like the koozies. They're nice. Who does this?
So maybe it's the holiday spirit, but I'm feeling confident about the Jets going into Seattle and getting the W. Unfortunately, I am a lifelong Jets fan and have seen many a disappointment. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm trying to keep that optimism. I'm going forward, but I honestly like that Jets history can just make me see just Gino just making us freaking suffer. Look, something like last minute come back from behind win, like where our defense just folds because we think we got the best defense in the freaking planet, and then all of a sudden that Gino just freaking.
Don't forget Pete Carroll's a former Jet coach too.
It was fire.
You know, it's funny. I was bringing up with my friend earlier this week, and I was talking about the fake spike game, and he was like, "Wow, you really going back into it?" And I was just kind of like, "Yep." I was like, "If it wasn't for that game, if it wasn't for that game, Pete Carroll might have had a long tenure with us."
True.
But Aaron Glenn and I loved Aaron Glenn back in the day, but
they were all caught off guard, dude. They didn't know what I mean. That also went before that where they were playing the prevent in the third quarter too. The defense gave up like ridiculous amounts of points and all kinds of shit. But if you had to give 3 keys to the game for Sunday, what do you think they are to win?
Was it Steve from Westchester? I agree with him. Stop the run on D. B, I was listening. I forget who it was, but they were a Zach apologist, and they were saying, well, the run game hasn't been there for the Jets the last few weeks, and that's really hindered Zach being able to develop and whatnot. And I was just thinking to myself, well, yeah, because any defense that has any salt in the freaking game knows that, we're gonna make Zach beat us. And what do we do? That we just stack the box and we make sure that the run game is just freaking contained.
Yep.
I don't think they really can do that with Mike White. Just as confidently. Obviously, there's probably going to be questions about, okay, can he throw? What can he throw? Et cetera, et cetera. But you have to kind of game plan for 2 ways where you're just kind of like, all right, if he can't really make any throws, then we go with this kind of option. But, if he shows that he can make throws, then we got to kind of readjust because now we have to take that into consideration. And that just, I think, wasn't a consideration with Zach behind the wheel. So, I think, the run game is going to get established. And honestly, it just really is going to be, can Mike White, throw the ball? How does he come back? I think I shared with you, Tyson, that I'm willing to give my ribs. So
you have 2 doorknobs. Elmo noticed.
Elmo was a very very perceptive individual. Sure.
What's your third key? That's 2.
I just gave it to you.
That was your third one? I thought you gave us 2.
Well, yeah, and the third one was Zach. With Mike White and how he rebounds with his ribs.
Yeah, so and that's the one thing I'm most curious about is how LaFleur play calls, how the line blocks from it, how many hits he can actually take. You want him to get through the game, obviously. You want him to play next week as well. So I'm curious to see how mobile he really is, and if he does get a little gun shy, if he does get some rush on him.
All right. Well, I think if anything, we've realized that he is definitely not gun shy. If anything, he'll make more the mistake of standing in the pocket. But I think I think it was you who mentioned it that he gets the ball out quicker than Zach does. Yep. So you know what? That gives LaFleur and LaFleur's got a game plan to protect him. He's got to limit the amount of throws. He's literally can't. You can't have him. Tyrone, I was watching you guys yesterday, and there was some crazy outlandish. I think. Prime time was talking about 40 passes or something like that. I'm like, you cannot have Zach. I'm sorry, Mike White throw the ball 40 plus times.
No,
you can't.
Prime
You can't
time
put him at
said
risk
that?
like that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
What the hell are you guys talking about last night?
We were talking about his stats for the game. Prime time was like,
He throws 40 times. We're in deep shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
like,
but you also listen. You also move his spot too. You can also move him around. Like you saying he's not super mobile, but you can roll him out a little bit as well.
yeah, he's not Flacco. He's not a statue.
But see,
So, I mean-
then listen. You're not. If they blitz, they're gonna try to get to him. So he has to get the ball in his hands quick. But he has to be able to see that. That's the biggest thing. I think what the scariest thing for me is Seattle's noise. Because we're gonna be a silent count.
But
So
he already played in Minnesota and Buffalo. He's
but
already
Tyson,
dealt with
that's
crowd
what I'm trying to
noise.
say though. But the offensive line has to be able to pick up what's coming. So Connor has to make the right call, and Mike has to make the right call as well. If he's calling, if they're bringing in the corner, because they're gonna test them ribs. Tyson. You guys know.
I agree.
Go after him up there. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to make those calls. If he make those calls, he'll be good. Get the ball in his hands. That's all. That's all you have to do. But we should
I'll
be
tell you,
running
at the same
football.
time, I think people have been obviously down on our O-line and whatnot, but I think like the last 2 weeks, it literally was like the O-line just having no confidence in the guy back there. And I mean, these guys, obviously they're professionals and whatnot, but it does take a little bit something to be like, all right, can we really trust this guy? Is this guy really going to do anything? All right, well then,
They knew he was overwhelmed.
Suggest they don't try as hard, but
they knew they were going to lose him. They knew they had no faith in him.
Well,
and I think the whole team is going to be inspired at this point, and everyone's going to, and those guys are going to be like, okay, we need to protect our guy, because everybody knows now that like he can lead us to the playoffs.
Yep.
And that's where they all want to go. And I think they're going to.
The problem is this though: they're giving the line. The one thing I won't attack the line for is not being able to run the football. You got 9 in the box, man. It's really difficult to run the football. Yeah. It's almost, I can say it's impossible. And I will say this: anybody thought about this? You think LaFleur would call Kyle from San Francisco and be like, look, man, they're in your division. We watch you guys beat them and watch tape on these guys and what they do against Seattle and what they, what I'm saying? It's similar game plan. You feel me?
Just watch the film. Watch the tape, Tyrone. You think they don't watch the tape?
That's what I'm saying, Tyson. Well, listen, I mean,
this is insight you don't get nowhere else, right, man? This is why this is why Tyrone gets the big bucks.
This is why I get the check, baby. But listen, think about it though. If Seattle, if we run the same offense as San Francisco and defense, damn near, why wouldn't you try to? You seeing what causes them problems and give them that?
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So
thanks for calling.
One last thing, fellas. One last thing I just want to know, just in case I can't get on next week. Are you guys gonna do? I mean, Tyson, you're gonna be gone and stuff like that, so probably not the person to ask. But like, y'all should do something for like the last game of the season and like do like a meetup at some place and stuff like that, so we can all kind of get together as fans and watch.
We gotta do something,
take
man.
Down the Fins.
Yeah. When we get to 10,000, we're gonna do something big. I know we're planning something for that, right?
We are?
Tyrone, not 10,000. Last game of the season, playoffs on the line. We got to do it.
I'll be down in Miami.
He'll be in Miami. You know what?
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not really talking to Tyson about this. I'm more looking at you, and you in prime time need to do this.
Listen, if the check comes through, I might be in Miami too, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got to be South Beach.
You see how
South Beach, baby. I'm just saying, man. Hollywood got to make. I got to get something.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Tyson
needs somebody to be a running buddy with him.
No, he doesn't. Listen, you got Jay out. Tyson could party by himself and be just fine.
Come on, man. I'm a calm, collected person, man.
except last Thursday.
Tyson needs someone with him to make sure Tyson ain't Tyson. You feel me?
Come on, man. Thanks for calling, man. Happy New Year.
Yeah, hey,
Happy New Year.
Be careful out there too, man.
Yeah. Stay safe and healthy, guys.
You too,
bro.
It was so funny because I saw Elmo's comments in the chat. I'm like, does he have 2 doorknobs? I'm like, shit, he does. I think the top one's probably a deadbolt, and the other one's
it's deadbolt. It's deadbolt. Yeah, it's deadbolt.
But this is what I was thinking too. Once the season's over, we find a place that's kind of neutral to everybody, and we do some kind of meetup to like watch whatever. We could do a Super Bowl party or some shit.
Yo, absolutely. That'd be crazy. Let's do
some kind of shit for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys for joining us. So I guess Tyrone, the time of the show where we can change it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's about that season. About that time. About that time. Listen,
no phone calls this week.
Yeah.
Well, belated, but Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
What's up, big man?
Happy New Year.
Also, the other part, Prospero años felicidad. May your new year be a prosperous and happy one.
Very well said.
You, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. You as well.
How was your guys? Hi, Al. How was your guys' Christmas anyway?
It was nice, bro. It was real
Not
nice.
bad.
How was yours? I like your chest hoodie though.
It was good. It was good. I made a pork shoulder. I did make coquito.
There you go.
Okay.
It was pretty good. It's pretty
You
good.
make the pork shoulder yourself?
Yeah, I seasoned the whole thing. I can send you a
What'd you
picture.
season it with?
First off, you take a 10-pound pork shoulder. You cut the skin off to make a flap. You stab holes in it. You fill the holes with garlic, sazon, oregano, cumin.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
And you drown it in apple cider vinegar before you do all that. You rinse it with that.
Nice.
You let it for 2 days. Then you put it in an oven at
For
wow.
2 days it sits?
2 days?
Oh,
Wow. The season's getting inside there. I know that thing was
2
good, bro.
degrees covered, and then for about 3 hours, and you do 2 hours uncovered, and it comes out really nice and just
Okay.
really great.
Yeah.
Nice.
I could imagine.
Well done, man. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's all right, big dog. You
Yeah,
definitely did good on that.
Yeah, but my Christmas was pretty good. Just the usual, just family over. But I was excited. Like the Christmas miracle that we got as Jets fans to be able to sit here and actually talk about the playoffs as a possibility after just 4 weeks of just L's.
Yeah, listen, man, we're back in it. We're back alive. We got a chance. Now we got to beat your arch nemesis, the Patriots. Miami's got to beat them.
I'm not worried. Like I see so many people being pessimistic that the Dolphins can't. Like I want to ask you right now, with the way the Patriots have, we've all talked about the Jets, but obviously the important thing is we need to win out, but the Patriots have to lose a game for us to get into the playoffs.
Correct.
So I want to talk about that because I see so many people being pessimistic about it. That Tua is out with the concussion, so now Teddy Bridgewater's playing, so they automatically are now assuming the Patriots are going to win that game.
Yep.
And have you not seen the Patriots all year? What from the Patriots?
I saw them beat us twice.
I know. Let's move past. Let's move past. They beat us twice. Let's move past it, Belichick. Let's move past it, the Patriots. Let's put all that aside for a second.
Okay.
Because this is the part of the frustration. Because I have confidence the Jets can win the next 2 games.
Okay.
Seattle is reeling, and the Dolphins are also reeling.
Well, the Jets are reeling too. They lost 4 in a row.
So V, you just said the Dolphins are reeling too. So how you expect them to beat the Patriots? If they're reeling.
Let me finish. What have the Patriots shown you this year that makes you believe they can win a critical game in December? I mean, let's all overlook what they've.
Well, I'll give you 2 reasons. They're playing a backup quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater, and the Bills could have it all locked up and have nothing to play for.
Yeah. And another question is, what gives you what is Miami showing you on the road that they play well? They give up 15 more points on the road.
Defense plays like shit on the road.
Absolutely.
But it's the Patriots' offense.
But we just gave you 3 things that are a problem.
Yeah, but it's the Patriots. They've found more ways to shoot themselves in the foot than you can possibly comprehend this year. I mean, they're
still in the hunt. The Jets have done the same thing. The Patriots still in the hunt, man.
Look at that. I'm not worried about that team is a dysfunctional, disorganized mess right now. The Patriots are.
Okay.
What's your biggest concern with the Jets going into Seattle? What's your biggest concern?
My biggest concern probably is how is Mike White going to respond? Because look, inevitably he's going to take a hit. How is he going to bounce back? Because look, I can't remember the last time we had a game where we did not give up a sack or a QB hit.
Yep.
It's been what, years?
Not for years, but I mean, I understand your point.
Yes, yeah.
Because that's important. Because look, he's back and everything, but how back is he? Is the real concern that we have,
Yep.
Because inevitably, like I said, the line is holding. The line is, look, it's better than it's been in years past, but we know that they're going to give up a sack. They're going to give up a sack. They're going to give up some hit, inevitably. So it's how he responds to getting hit is the big thing for me because I trust him.
Fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, man, definitely.
That's true. So, what's your level of confidence going into the game?
Probably about 8.5.
8.5.
Okay.
Look. I saw a source from inside the Jets said that the moment Mike White returned, like that locker room exploded with energy.
I'm sure it did.
Well, you know,
So did the fan
they're
base.
pumped up, they're motivated. They know they have a chance. And like we already talked about it. You got Sauce, who wants to prove that he's defensive rookie of the year over Tariq Woolen.
Yep.
You got Garrett Wilson, who wants to prove that he's offensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
He wants to beat up on Tariq. Wants to beat up on Tariq Woolen. You got Quentin Williams, who wants to prove himself. You got DJ Reed, who wants to beat up his old team. Okay.
And the playoffs are on the line.
Yeah,
And the playoff, every game right now is a playoff.
That's right.
And great call, man. Great call.
Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Have a good night, man. Happy New Year, bro. Great call, man. Your best call. Your best call ever.
Have you guys ever actually tried coquito?
I have.
What do you think?
I like it.
Have you tried it, Tyrone?
What is it?
Coquito. It's
No,
what
I haven't, bro.
I mean, Tyrone thought it was snowing in the last house. I mean, you're gonna ask him?
Nah, I haven't tried it, bro. I definitely will, though.
It's what Puerto Ricans drink instead of eggnog. So it's during the holiday season. So it's cream of coconut, condensed milk, evaporated milk, and you mix that together, add rum and a cinnamon stick.
Yep.
And you
Oh,
chill
wow.
It's good, man.
Bro, listen, I love eggnog anyway, so that's right on my alley.
All right. Have a
Happy New
good
Year,
one.
man.
Happy New Year.
Have a good Happy New Year, brother.
You know, the one thing about Mike White that I find interesting, though, we're all kind of saying he's tough and he could take a hit, shit like that. The only thing that's different about that is when the first game where he took the against the Vikings, he took all those big hits, came back in. Now you're coming back into the game. You're coming into this game with the injury already there. And Tyron, you've been hurt before, right? When you do something like you know, when we spar and shit, sometimes your ribs get lit up or you hurt your leg really bad. The next time you spar, you're a little gun shy to that thing. Like,
Yeah,
even though
absolutely.
like you're tough and you're this and you're that and all this other shit, dude. When that first kick comes, that first punch comes in the body, you're like, oof, like you just the anticipation of it because you know you have that injury is there. I think that's a natural thing that's going to happen to him as well, man. He's not going to be like, you know what, I'll take these hits all day long. He's going to, the first couple times, he's going to probably crunch down, probably take sacks and go to ground, not take those hits.
Yep, it's going to take him. It's going to take him a while to adjust. That's why I said running the football is important. That's why getting the ball in his hand is important. You can't have him because he's going to listen. It's going to take 1 or 2 hits before he knows he's okay. He's not getting hit in practice. He's doing.
But I mean, I think he may go down sooner than in the past.
Oh yeah,
it's just
Tyson
that,
should.
It, dude. You're going to be. It's just it's human instinct, man.
Listen. Live to fight another day, man. First quarter, man, I'm not worrying about that. Second quarter, third quarter, I'm not worrying about that. Fourth quarter. Yeah, if we need it, go ahead and do what you got to do. But I understand
the first half is going to be a feeling out process to see what he can and can't take, and
absolutely.
just get back in the flow of shit. So
absolutely, because
it's definitely an issue.
He knows he gives us the best chance to win, and we understand that we have to protect him and make sure this kid, because he's gonna be leery of that. He's not gonna want to get hit on that side right there. And tell me Seattle's not gonna bring a safety or a cornerback.
Dude,
blitz?
you know what?
Come on, bro.
And let's be honest, this is the NFL, dude. They'll be late hitting his ass. Too.
They
He's
know
push a little bit. Yep.
Yo, and that's when things get ugly, because they, you know what I'm saying, that's when things get ugly. So let's hope that we're able to run the ball, get the ball in his hands, have no problem.
What's up, man?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Geno
Hey, how
Smith,
them grades, man? Been good?
Yeah.
All right,
No,
all
I
right.
still haven't gotten them back yet, but we'll see. I'm sure it did fine.
We'll be streaming on
know.
Sunday. Yes, that is the answer. Definitely streaming.
Okay, let's have a talk.
All right, we're having a talk.
Let's go.
So
This sounds
this
serious.
is probably for the college demographic. This is our first quarterback. Like, yeah, hi, Alma. We remember Sanchez. We were there, but we didn't really process it. Geno Smith was the first drafted guy that's really in my mind.
Okay.
I cried when we didn't get him in day 1 in the first round because I thought we were going to miss out on him.
Yep.
I thought the Bills were going to take him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and then I went to a Jets event where they had a signing, and I went up to him. I said, "Gino, sign my jersey." And he went right up to me, and I'll never forget this. He said, "Not now, kid." So I have beef.
No, he shot you down.
I do. So when he got punched in the face,
You was happy.
so
Bro,
I don't know where this came from, but all of a sudden we're all pretending like Geno Smith's a good quarterback, and I won't take it anymore.
He's a Pro Bowler this year.
Oh, okay, so people voted for him. That's great. I mean,
I've watched a lot of it. I like Geno. To be honest, when we had our magazine and shit like that, Gino did a lot of things for charity. Man, he did a lot of things for kids,
Okay.
dude. Like a lot of signings and shit and football camps. He did a lot of really cool stuff.
But when
Not
he
even
was a
a bad
kid,
guy.
Gino broke his heart.
I'm
Gino
going
broke
by
his
personal
heart.
That's
experience.
funny as shit, though.
It's not my
That's
personal
funny.
experience. I'll never forget it. So
Oh man.
he throws at least he's been throwing interceptions the last like 3 games. He's not looked that great. I predict the Jets will get at least 2 interceptions off him. I think we're going to town. I think the real question of the game comes down to how Mike White will play. As you know, I'm a big Mike White guy. Mike the Great White. I think that he's going to play really well. The real question is that will he be okay? I'm going to side with yes, because he was ready to play by the Jacksonville game.
Okay.
Meaning, if he's already obviously you don't know how he's going to be until like he gets in there, but he was feeling fine and ready to go about 10 days ago. Now he'll be even better. He'll feel great. Now obviously that's not going to necessarily mean I'm still nervous that he's going to get hurt during the game.
Yep.
But in terms of him coming in with the injury, playing hurt, I'm not exactly worried about that.
Okay, it's fair enough. I mean, it's definitely a concern that I have, him getting through the game healthy. It's definitely. But to me, it's like run the football. The offensive line has to be much better. Get the ball out of his hands quick. Play good defense. Play good special teams to find a way to win. Now, Gino has been much better, dude. He spreads the ball around. He's been running more. He's a lot more accurate. But he's not invincible. I mean, you can make him force him into bad decisions. He gets frustrated. You can see it on the field. So, and I think Tyler Lockett, as of today, is still out. He's still questionable, which is a big blow to them. Not having him that's big, man.
So
he's a really good player.
What's your take on us being able to stop the run, though? Because I think that's very important for our defense to be able to stop the run.
I mean, it's been a problem. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. I mean, I think they just gotta. They have to trust. I think you guys talked about this. You gotta just trust your cornerbacks more and kind of sell out on the run.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, Gino is a runner too, man. He runs around a lot too. They do a lot of RPOs with him.
Yeah, you saw that with Lawrence. I mean, you gotta have a guy there just kind of containing him too. I mean,
I don't think Gino runs as good as Trevor does, though, but he can definitely move the chains. Though.
Yeah,
You got to be leery of that. Yeah, definitely.
One thing though that I want to see with Mike White, and I think I saw some people talking about this with the
touchdowns.
Chat. What? Touchdowns? Yeah, and I mean, but that's a part of it. I feel like we rely too much on like at least Mike LaFleur, like the short passes, the dinks and dunks. I want to see we've talked about his throws on previous streams. He has some great passes. We've called him a gamer. He throws it over. He just chucks it. And we kind of saw this with Zach on the Patriots game, like when we first got Zach. I feel like our offensive coordinator is always afraid just to let the guy rip it. Let him throw. If he throws for 20 yards and completes a pass, let him do it again.
Yeah.
Don't. And then as soon as we make one big play, we immediately shut down. Okay, run, 2-yard run up the middle, pass, 3 and out. Like we just have to just trust our guys that got us here. Trust the cornerbacks. Trust Mike White. I mean, obviously you know what I'm saying. Trust the guys who kind of brought us into this situation, because at the end of the day, I mean, that's what you have to rely on.
Well, I mean, Mike White's strength is being diverse. He throws the ball to everybody. He has like 8 or 9 different receivers, spreads it around, gets Elijah Moore involved, gets the tight ends involved. That's what he has to do. Like, because they're going to obviously key on Garrett Wilson. You have Woolen on Wilson, shit like that. But you have Elijah Moore. You have all these other playmakers. Maybe Corey Davis will actually catch this week. You never know. But I mean, we could all be surprised.
He's had some really big drops.
I'm over the Corey Davis experience.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
I was thinking about just bringing him back just because of the price he was, but yeah, he really does not bring a lot to the table.
Draft somebody else against somebody else, man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he's not playing
I mean, I'm seeing some comments about like, oh, Mike White does. I'm not. They're saying people are like, I see like some comments saying like, oh, the offensive line, which we've talked about as a problem, and the offensive line doesn't give him like a lot of time to throw, but. I mean, I'm not saying that we have to throw it like 40 yards down the field. I'm talking about like he should have enough time, especially with our speed of our receivers, to hit some medium lane throws.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I think that's something that's missing from our game. Like
I completely agree.
Post up the middle. Like we saw it with Strevler. They called it for Strevler with that one throw.
We've seen, the thing is, we've seen Zach Wilson and Strevler miss those throws. The throws are there. But a lot of times I think Tony Romo said it, where sometimes Mike White processes it so fast, he just goes for that check down where he doesn't even get to that read. He's like, I got it, boom, get rid of it. And then like he said it in one of his post-game interviews, we said, you know what? Sometimes I gotta slow down a little bit and just take that extra second to go deeper. But he'll go read, boom, get rid of it. But he has that other option, you know.
Yeah,
but
he's there.
At least unlike some quarterbacks, he's actually reading the defense though. So that's a positive. You know?
He's going. The one thing I like about Mike White,
he can see a defense.
He goes through his regressions and he understands what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and the ball 9 times out of 10 goes to the right guy. But like you said, Tyson, like that, I forgot what game it was. He missed Elijah Moore wide open. I mean, this is stuff like that. But listen, I think what LaFleur is, he has to. I think the big thing with LaFleur is he has to stop trying to just outdo everybody and just get it done. I think he tries to complicate things so much. Like on that Barrios play, man. Listen, those 4 plays you had at the 1 yard line, you telling me you couldn't do a bootleg and a tight end leak out? There's no way that came to your mind to do that. I mean, just simple stuff like that. But the
other thing too, Tyrone, is, and something we kind of forget, is that Mike White doesn't have a lot of experience. He doesn't have a lot of game experience where he's doing a lot of really good things, but some of the things he's doing wrong comes over time. When you see it a couple times, you figure it out, and that's just playing time, man. Like that's why I always find it comical. Like, well, you know, Zach has 20 something starts. This kid's got what, 6 or 7?
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he's got so much. He's learning on the fly, so he's gonna make some mistakes, but at least he's completing the easy pass. He's figuring it out, and then he can watch the film and say, okay, I missed this last time. Next time I see this look, make that pass further. And like he's dedicated to his craft. He'll do that, but that's something that, you know what I mean, he's definitely got to work on though.
I mean, and just like one last thing, because I know we have other callers.
Screw the callers.
Yeah,
I'm only kidding.
I know we have like, this is a good test for Mike White, especially going forward for the future, because we've had people like, we talked about, he beat the Bears, and those are like, he beats easy teams, and that when he plays like he's played difficult teams in the Bears, the Bills and Vikings. They're like both the number 2 seeds right now in the NFL. We're just like, we can't just look over that. I feel like these next 2 games where it's against 2, I think both teams are around like 500, Seattle, Miami. I think those are both really great tests for Mike White. See where he stands in like real NFL competition.
But Tyron,
No, the defense as well too. I mean, I think that. Listen, I think overall as coaching staff, I think it all comes down to these next 2 games. Listen, we know how important this is, and if you want to make the playoffs, and if you're believing the stuff you've been coaching and saying all season, and all the work you put in, that you should show up Sunday, and we should see a good outcome.
Yeah, but this for Mike White, though. This is it, though. This team will win or lose because of Mike White. It's going to come down to him. But I have confidence because he's already been in this environment twice already this year recently. Playing in Buffalo amongst chaos, playing in Minnesota amongst chaos. Seattle is loud. I love the crowd. I respect their fan base, everything else. He's not walking into an environment he hasn't seen before. So he'll be able to endure that. So
he has no fear either.
No, I think he's gonna be fine, dude. The way not the only way, but the way the Jets lose this game is shitty special teams, false start after false start after false start from George Fant. Drop passes, shit like that, like dumb personal fouls. That's the way you lose. If you play solid special teams, solid defense, this offense can score points. They're going to be fine.
How's the weather? What's the weather supposed to be out there this week?
Like
rainy,
40s and like cloudy.
That's like every game in
Seattle. Yeah, every game in Seattle. hey, do you think this game got a chance to be flexed though? I know it's at 4:30, but
they can't flex it. That's too late.
I don't think.
Okay.
The Miami game.
I'm willing to bet that Miami game they're going to though.
Oh yeah,
that game.
Yeah, if it comes down to the last game of the season, you damn skip it.
No, they might. I mean, probably, but they might. If Tua's out, they might flex the Jaguars Titans.
That's that too.
Yeah, that's a big game too. Absolutely.
Well, thanks for calling him, man. You did good.
Hey man, have a good one, man.
You're like a natural.
Say what's up, man.
And I hopefully next time we see Gino, he hooks you up, man.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
See you guys
later, dude.
All right, have a good one, man. Happy New Year. Yeah,
it's funny. There are certain players that are like that, dude. We would do, we were lucky because we did the charity event, so we saw a lot of them. But I went to a charity event, and the guy hosting the event, the player that hosted the event, would not sign autographs. I'm like, bro,
crazy,
what?
Bro.
Like, people are spending $100 a person to come here. $100 a piece to come here for like 2 hours. You wouldn't sign autographs. I'm like, I'm like, what? Like, that's just insane.
That's definitely
but
different.
Hey, it's each their own, I guess. What's up, man?
Joe!
What's up, boys?
What's going on, Big Joe?
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Listen,
New Year,
my
bro.
kids want my. Is it cool if my kids wish you a Merry Christmas too?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys.
Merry Christmas, Tyrone and Tyson.
How cool is
What's
that?
up,
Merry
babies?
Christmas.
That's so
Happy
cool,
New
man.
Year.
Appreciate that. Happy New Year, ladies.
Oh
They're
shit.
so cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man,
thank God they
beautiful,
look like. Thank God they look like my wife.
So how much did your wife give you grief by beating the Jets?
Let me tell
Oh,
you something.
man.
She didn't
Torture.
actually, dude. She didn't even go.
Yeah, she
Because
was-
both my kids had the flu, so
Yeah.
I'm calling everybody. I called Tyrone. I called you,
Yo.
Tyson.
I
And,
know.
then I'm like, I don't want. I was like waiting, and I was like, I don't want to ask my dad because my dad hasn't been there in 25 years. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to ask him. So I call him like while I'm working overtime. I'm like, Dad, you want to go to this game? He's like, I guess so. So we fucking go, and then fucking Tyrone. They have like that one lane when you're getting in the parking lot at MetLife.
Yep.
That one lane coming in, and it's like 3 lanes bunching into one by like American Dream. And
Yep.
fucking Tyrone butt dials me, and he's like, look at this fucking Quentin Williams, and I'm like, oh, what the, yo, whatever. And then I call him later. I'm like, yo, you butt dialed me. He's like, yo, sorry about that. Wherever the fuck he was, sounded like.
Come on, Tyrone. What are you doing, man?
Dude.
Yo, bro, I was at that Virginia Jet fan thing, bro. I was getting right, bro. No bullshit. They kept them coming, and I kept them
shit.
sipping on it.
But listen, I think with this Mike White thing, dude, I mean, you got to think, listen, he's faced adversity before, but this is for his career, pal.
Yes, sir.
This is way different. You know, all the other times he came in, he was a Band-Aid until Zach was coming back. This was all before the Jaguar game where it was basically, dude, that kid, like you said, he's never playing for this team again. Ain't happening. Guys in my section will rip it off jerseys, throw them on the field.
Yep.
And then I think I want to see Strebler take over the Braxton role with those gadget plays. I really do.
Makes sense.
Because he busts, Braxton, he doesn't bust through that line on that jet sweep.
Mm-mm.
Strebler's a fucking big dude. Like in person, dude, like he's a stocky guy.
But even like on third and 1, third
Why
and 2,
not?
bring him in, like run crazy shit, especially with Mike White. You don't want him taking hits, dude. Like you don't want him to do any of that short
Definitely
yardage
not.
shit.
Hell no,
Let
definitely
Strebler do
not.
that.
Dude,
Yep,
put him in
absolutely.
as a fullback. Put him in. I mean, he's
Yep.
got the perfect size, and it's unbelievable, man. Like even at that game, like when I saw Strebler warming up, I'm like, dude, once you get benched for a a fourth string quarterback, you're cooked.
I can't throw.
Who can't throw?
Who can't throw?
You gotta
it's
give
a wrap,
listen,
baby. You're
you
not
gotta
coming
give
back in,
him
baby.
credit.
You're not
give him
playing
credit.
no more.
Zach
You're not
Wilson was
playing
benched
no
for a
more.
running back.
Listen, it was his first throw. It was his first throw. Give him a second, all
He
right?
got benched for a running back.
Listen, you get benched
Terrible.
you get benched for the fourth string quarterback. You pretty much realize your ass never playing again, bro. And you should play again.
Dude, cooked. But I think they got a shot to run. If they get in, they're gonna get in the playoffs. I'm telling you.
So wait, your level of confidence going into Sunday?
10.
Joe Cat, man. It's Joe Cat, man. You know
10.
he had 10.
10.
You already know Joe Cat had 10,
Listen,
baby.
When
That's what he would do.
that stadium was half full the other night, and when that fucking 4-string CFL quarterback came in, the place lost their mind. I'm telling you, and this team, you could tell they've been playing flat since that kid. It's all surrounding Zach, dude.
Well, their energy changed too when he came in.
100%. I mean, I think
we started getting back in that game a little bit, man.
Yeah, we did.
I know, and they started moving the ball. He had 54 yards rushing. Like, I mean, I'm 100% confident that they're getting into the playoffs. 1,000%.
So how do you have this playing out? You have the Dolphins winning this weekend?
Who are they playing this weekend? New England?
The Patriots. Yep.
No.
Patriots need a loss. So you're gonna say Buffalo's beating them?
Buffalo's beating them because Buffalo's got to play for that 1 seed for KC.
Yeah, they're 12-3 and KC 12-3. You know
Yeah, so I think it's not like Buffalo. It's not like Buffalo's going to be resting people. They want the playoffs to go through Buffalo, not Kansas City.
So then the next question is: if the Jets go to playoffs, are you going to the first game?
Are they away?
Well, they're not going to be home.
Oh well, as long as I'm not going to MetLife, listen. If I'm off from work, I'll go. But I'm never going back to that building again in MetLife. That place is terrible.
Joe D said I ain't never going again.
Dude, that place is horrible.
I hate that
Dude,
place.
$60 for parking?
Yo, listen, bro. You already know what it is.
What an embarrassment.
$20 a drink, baby. Shit.
It's unbelievable. I had $80 of Jets cash left over, and I was like, I got those 18-inch hot dogs. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Yo,
I beat
yeah,
everyone.
baby.
I beat everyone to the punch on that.
Yes, sir. It was coming, boy.
Yo,
It was
I
coming.
walked into the Jet store and I'm like, yo, you guys have any Mike White jerseys for sale? They're like, nah. And all the jerseys that were for sale left was Elijah Moore and fucking Zach.
Wait a
Wilson.
minute. We have a dispute with you. Hold on a second here. We have a controversy. Joe Katz said on his stream the Jets were going to go 1-3 in the last 4 games.
It's correct.
Oof.
It's correct. I mean, listen, I told you 50-50. I said I'm confident they're going to win, but 1-3 seems reasonable. I told you they were going to lose the last 2 games. I said that.
Okay.
You know, and Trevor Lawrence throws a beautiful ball, dude. In person, and that's the killer. That's the killer. The other night was seeing this kid fucking throw that ball with the perfect touch, and you're like,
bro,
fucking Frank Gore.
We were Braden
And Braden
Mann
man.
away
Braden Man
from
got tackled.
Braden Mann
Dude,
away from
that
from
how
fucking
does he still have a
as our
job?
quarterback.
How does he still have a job?
He's terrible. He is terrible.
It's
He's horrible,
unbelievable.
bro. He's horrible, bro. He's horrible.
But listen, what are you guys doing for New Year's? You going out? You going to see Kill Switch tomorrow, Tyson?
Going to see him tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night in Starland.
Where in It's Starland.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to I'm going to my good friend of mine is having a New Year party, so I'm going there, man. And
Fuck.
have a good time. What about you, man? What you working?
I'm working it. So if anybody,
be careful out there, man. Be careful out there, bro.
I'll be the number.
Careful out there, man.
If anybody wants the barrier section on like 42nd Street right in front of the ball, just wear a pair of Depends because once you're in those pens, you can't go to the bathroom. So
Yeah. I could never do that, man.
Yo,
how do you stand there all day and just like I could never do that. I don't know
no,
how to do
you
it.
can. I mean, with all the characters that are in the city, I mean, forget it's not even Elmo that keeps you busy. It's just the everyday, just the everyday people come up to you with an iPhone and say, "Where is this?" and it's standing right in front of them. But, I wanted to ask you a question real quick. I know you got other callers. How do you send money on here? Because you won't.
We don't want your money.
No. I wanted to send you guys a Christmas gift, and it says that I can't. I hit that money sign in the corner. I wanted to send you guys a Christmas gift, and by the way, I got also too. You just DM me your shit because I got all your.
Oh, nice. What size shirt do you wear, dude?
Large, but I'm progressively getting fatter, so probably.
I gotta get you.
Yo, baby, listen, this is my guy right here. This is my man right here, Joe Cat, man.
Yeah, get you one of our shirts,
Tyson,
man.
yo, this is my man right here, Joe Cat.
Well,
man.
listen, I don't think I'm on Instagram anymore because I got fucking blocked for calling some Zach fan a fucking asshole. So,
I'll message you. I'll direct message you on Twitter.
Yeah, direct message me on Twitter. Don't direct message Dan because then you'll get a firestorm of messages.
How's your show going? I can tell you right now, Afram is your biggest supporter. He is marketing you guys all over the place. He's praising you guys endlessly.
I appreciate it.
Give him a job, man. He's like your marketing agent.
It's unwarranted. It's a lot more off the rails than this. This is like the creme de creme. That show is like a fucking circus. Like
No,
I think
he said you're the hottest show on YouTube right now. That's what he told me.
Yeah, well, once we get Zach's mom on there, it should be okay. I got something up the sleeve. We've been she's coming on. So and we got also Michael Clemens coming on because he doesn't do a lot of interviews. So we got him and we got you guys coming on.
That's right.
And it's gonna be a good time. And listen, I just want to say I love you guys and happy New Year, happy and healthy. Let's kick the fucking ass on Sunday.
Have a safe
Love
New Year,
you,
man.
bro. Hey, man, be careful out there, bro.
Yeah,
Love
be
you,
careful,
man.
dude.
Ain't nothing but a chicken wing, brother. You know that.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good
Later.
night, bro.
His daughters are cute, man.
Yo, man, the beautiful little girls, man. Amazing, bro. Like, yo,
It's funny.
Joe is always Joe, man. Like,
He's a
this
trip, dude. But you know, the minute they said like Happy Merry Christmas, he had to get out of that room though, because he can start dropping some F-bombs. He ran out of that room so fast. He was like down that hallway in a heartbeat. He's like,
he's always him walking around is always good, man. You know he's on one when he's walking around.
I think it's called Jets Turbulence.
Jets Turbulence. Yeah, that's it.
Just wait for Afram. Afram will tell you. He's like their marketing guy now.
Jets Turbulence.
Joe Mo.
What's up,
Mo. What's up,
good,
baby?
guys? How we doing?
How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm
You
chilling.
ain't in a normal spot?
He's not
What's
outside.
You not in a normal spot?
No, I'm on vacation right now.
Where are you
Where
vacationing
you
at?
at, man?
We're in Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you in
going to
Denver for?
Another the end of the week. I think we leave Sunday.
Hey,
Nice,
Jumbo,
little-
stay out
Yeah.
them shops, man. You hear me? Stay out them shops, man. Stay out them shops, Jumbo. Stay
That's
out
probably
them
where he
shops.
is right.
I'll
That's probably where he
Yo,
is right now.
exactly. Yo, he definitely been there. He definitely been there. I know that already. He definitely been there.
You can see his eyes.
What's
Yo,
up, Elmo?
absolutely.
Yep.
Yo, are you back in time for the Jet game next week?
No, I think I'll be watching it here.
Bro, I'm gonna be down in Miami. You're not gonna be there. What
Oh,
kind of
that
shit is this?
game. Yeah, I'll be home for that game.
Jets
But
Dolphins. I'm talking about.
dude,
Here comes the excuses.
we gotta everything's got to go right this week, and then
I'm
I'll
going
buy my
regardless. I don't give a
ticket. Then I'll
shit.
buy my ticket. But holy shit, Mike White's back. So our prayers.
Mike
were
White,
answered.
baby. Jumbo, tell him, Jumbo.
Dude,
Mike White's back,
this
baby.
is what we've been missing.
Let's
This is
go,
what the
baby.
team's been
You already
missing.
know what it is.
Yeah, everybody's been missing this guy, and I mean the offense is just gonna look so much better. We'll have a running game again. Zonovan Knight won't look like fucking shit.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
everything will be fine. I just can't wait. Mike White back in the offense. Defense got to step up. They've been playing like shit for the past
Yep.
I don't even know how many weeks.
Very true.
The offensive line too, man, and you've been saying it a lot. It's a veteran group, and they just blown assignments everywhere. I mean, Mike White missed 2 games because of these blown assignments.
Yep.
I don't know. Laken Tomlinson, I feel like he's got to get cut after this year, regardless of what happens after these next 2 games, because he's just contract. He's the highest paid guy we got, and he's getting our quarterback hurt.
But for Sunday, do you do like more jumbo packages? Do you use Streveler? Like, how do you establish a running game?
Dude, I love the idea of having Streveler in there as like a wildcat, or even using him as like a Taysom Hill tight end, like anything, man. Just get that guy on the field. The way he runs, like fuck. I thought he was gonna score some points when he came in the other day, man.
Well, if he could
I
throw, he
really
would
did. If Corey Davis could catch, that
listen,
guy,
but
I'm done
the
with
thing
him,
about
man.
it,
I've
the
been
thing
done
about
with
it is,
him.
man, he brings that different aspect to that. So he can run the ball, or he can throw it, or, you know what I'm saying, or he can hand it off. So I can see him with Michael Carter on the field at the same time too. That'd be a good look, man.
Even him and Mike White at the same time, man. I mean, I don't know. I just think
I got you. Bring Mike White in and move him out, and then bring.
It took Tyrone a couple minutes there. Tyrone's like on a tape delay right now. It took like 2 seconds to figure that out.
But I don't know, man. My confidence is all time high. I'm back to like how I felt going into the Vikings game and the Bills game. I think we're gonna win out. I just hope everything else falls in line. You could actually see mile high the stadium from the rooftop of this.
Did the altitude fuck with you at all?
No, we went into the mountains today.
Hey, Jomo is beautiful.
Coming
right?
down it. What's that?
That's amazing.
Hey, the mountains are beautiful, right?
Oh hell yeah, man! It was
bro,
windy
had a
as
really
fuck
good time.
today, but it was cool up there.
Yeah, my daughter used to stay out there. So remember, I did a
Yeah.
show from out there on my grandson's birthday. And Tyson was like, "Nah, go ahead, do it." Nah, man, listen, bro, we had a show to do that night, yo.
Exactly like a team player now. He's like, "Yo, I did the shit from Denver, man."
Yeah, absolutely, baby. On my grandson's birthday. Fuck out of here.
There you go,
Yeah.
man.
He was
Dedication.
sleeping by then.
Oh man, yeah, it's cool here though. We saw a couple moose today. It was sweet.
Did you really?
Yeah, just chilling on the
Hey, Tyson,
side.
that view, Tyson. That
It was
view when
cool
you're
as
up
hell,
top,
man.
bro. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And what's that? Jumbo at the top of the mountain? What's that? Is somebody buried out there, man? Somebody I forgot what it was.
I don't know.
It was
moose?
crazy. No. It's like a famous person. It was somebody famous, bro. Like it was like it all tied in together. It was dope as shit.
Did you get a picture of the moose?
Oh hell yeah, I did.
Where is it? It's on Instagram. Where is it at?
No, I got it on my phone. I'll send it to you.
What the fuck? I want to see them. You have this show rules. We're all about the animals in this show, man.
Jumbo, the real question is, did you stop at one of them shops?
You bet.
I know you did. I already know. We'll talk later. Absolutely.
Man, I don't know. I'm like I can't stop thinking about Mike White. I was talking to my girlfriend the whole time, on the way, like while we were here. I'm like, I hope this fucking kid comes back. Like, we got no chance if he doesn't. And he's back now. The guy he's been the best quarterback that I've seen in my lifetime on this team, hands down. Like, nobody even close. Fitzpatrick had the one season, but that was more like Brandon Marshall magic. Like,
Yeah, but Fitzpatrick was really good that year, man.
he was, but it was like, you know, Marshall was carrying. I felt Marshall.
This is where Denver's kicking in right now, Tyrone. This is where he
Yeah,
started. He started. He was doing good to that last comment. Now it's going right to shit.
But yeah, confidence level all time high. I hope I see you at the Miami game. I will let you know.
There is. How far do you live from Miami?
Realistically, like an hour and a half from the stadium. But
right.
I'll make the drive. Like, if the game, dude, I'm telling you, if everything falls in line to where if we're winning in, there's no doubt I am 100% going.
If we're not winning in, ticket prices will fall in half. I'm gonna be there 4 days anyway. If I'm there 4 days, and I don't see one of those days, I'm lighting you on fire. Yeah. I will light you on fire.
We'll be all right. We'll chill.
Hey, before you, Tyson, I got one question, Tyson.
Yeah.
Since Joe said, that's crazy, Joe. When you said Mike White, the best quarterback you ever seen play for the Jets, Tyson. Tyson, who was the best quarterback you ever seen play for the Jets, Tyson?
Vinny's year in '98 was incredible, and Favre before he got hurt was incredible. Those were probably the two best.
What Chad P, man?
I thought Vinny was better than Chad Pennington. In '98, he was incredible, dude. He was playing on another level with Keyshawn and Corbett and Curtis Martin. I like Chad Pennington, but and Favre when he first came here, he was just.
Was that the year that we lost to the Broncos?
When they got fucking hurt? Yeah, '98. Yeah, they beat the Jaguars at home. They lost to the Broncos because they had 6 turnovers. Just ridiculous.
Jesus.
Still pisses me off.
Well,
and then the fucking pizza guy. We come back from the bar. We're all angry as shit, right? Angry and drunk. And the pizza guy comes in a Broncos jersey. My fucking roommate had to tackle me. He's like, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" He grabbed me and pulled me down. I was ready to pummel him. I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, how is there? We're in North Jersey. I'm like, how is there a Bronco fan in North Jersey doing pizzas on this night?" Unbelievable.
All right, guys.
Have a safe trip back, man.
Hey, man.
We'll
Happy New Year, bro. Have fun. Be safe out there, man.
Happy New Year, guys. Be safe, healthy.
All right,
You
bro,
too, man.
Yes.
This show's been all over the place tonight. We've covered a lot of kinds of topics. All right. What's up, man?
How's it going, guys?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Good. It's been a busy couple of months. I haven't been able to be on just because of tutoring. It's usually on Tuesdays, but I'm glad that I could be on this one right before both our teams face off.
Before we whip you guys' ass.
Seattle, here we come with the Seattle breakdown. Let's go, baby.
It could go either way. I'm not that confident right now just because there's a lot of injuries. We've been on the downward trend. So have the Jets. They've lost like 3 or 4 in a row now. We've lost 5 out of our last 6. So we're pretty much sitting at a very similar spot. The problem is Will Disley, we run a lot of 3 tight end sets with Fant, Disley, and Parkinson. But Disley's on IR, so he's out. Lockett, I'm not sure. He had a good surgery, but might have another week out because what's the point in rushing him back in? It might get re-aggravated. But, that's concerning because initially I was like, okay, we don't have Lockett. We're not going to target Reed or Gardner anyway. I think what's going to happen is, what I thought was going to happen was we'd use a lot of 3 tight end sets and target the linebackers. We're still going to use 2 tight end sets a lot. We have to. It's the only way to keep the offense out there. Gino's going to dink and dunk because there's no point in going deep, especially because our right tackle, Abe Lucas, one of our best players, one of our best rookies this year, I don't think he's going to play either because I think he got injured. So I don't think our offensive line is anywhere near a match for the Jets' D-line. Right now, it's not even close. It's a huge mismatch. The wide receivers are a mismatch. The only place where there's a mismatch, well, not mismatch, but we have a slight advantage is just that linebacker to tight end combination. And that's where I think we should use Noah Fant. I'm not even that confident in Kenneth Walker being able to run because he's coming off an injury. He had a great second half against the Chiefs, but we had a perfect game plan. We still got whooped by 2 touchdowns. Like we were out there. We kept
Chiefs
Mahomes.
are good though, man.
Yeah, we kept Mahomes on the sideline for longer than any team this year so far. We had I think on defense we only had 53 snaps, and on offense we were out there way more than them. We beat them out, and we still weren't efficient. We had 1 garbage time touchdown, but 3 meaningful points. I think another Seahawks creator pretty much said the same thing. So I think Mike White, I think 2 callers ago, the guy said, someone said that Mike White should just air it out. I don't think that's a viable option for 2 reasons. One, the offensive line for the Jets just isn't going to allow for that. As bad as our pass rush is, he's just not going to have enough time for that. And then the second thing, if there's one team in the entire league that backups love to play against is the Seattle Seahawks, because we make them look like the second coming of Joe Montana or Tom Brady. Colt McCoy did it to us a few times. Heineke did it to us last year. Like, we're just not good against backups. And the main reason is we're running that Fangio style offense that stops Mahomes, that stopped him in the Super Bowl 2 years ago with the 2 high safety shell. That's not going to work against Mike White. That is the kind of defensive scheme that he thrives against. And the Packers run the same thing with Joe Barry. We run it with Sean Desai. The Chargers ran it for like the first 14, 15 weeks up until 2 weeks ago when Brandon Staley woke up and started winning again. Right. And that's a problem because we can't have 2 high safeties, or we can't play like dime coverage when you got a guy dinking and dunking down the field. That's Mike White's bread and butter. And Garrett Wilson is going to tear us apart. It doesn't matter who is on him, whether it be Woolen or Mike Jackson, or whoever it is. He's going to absolutely torch us.
I think he's setting us up, Tyrone. I think Sean's setting us up. He's trying to downplay everything and find all the flaws, all the flaws in his team. And then the Seahawks win. But yeah, man, he's gonna be he's trolling us right now. I don't believe half the shit he's saying.
You're a young cornerback that everyone's talking about. Tell me about this kid. How good this kid really is.
Who?
Woolen?
Young cornerback, the rookie.
Tariq Woolen's fantastic, and Mike White's not going to target him that much unless it's going to be on inside, like kind of underneath.
But wouldn't
routes.
Garrett Wilson be on him?
Garrett Wilson will be. I think a lot of his yardage is going to be in underneath routes, or like those curl routes where he can make a quick read, just dump it off before he even turns around. He's not going to be able to get the 9 ball on Woolen's side because he's.
Does Woolen follow? Will he follow Wilson, or does he stay on his side?
I think he'll follow him because I think he's the true wide receiver 1, and like for the most of the season, that's what he's done. He's kind of stayed on the best receiver, and then on the other hand, you have Kobe Bryant, who's more of our kind of slot corner. You know, he kind of moves all over the field. He's actually Sauce Gardner's teammate back in Cincinnati. And Mike Jackson's usually our other guy. We would have had Trey Brown, but he got injured again, which sucks because I really want to see him play. But
nobody's buying you downplaying the Seahawks.
I'm generally a pretty pessimistic person. Well, not pessimistic. Like, I'm realistic because I know what this team has done. For the past 3 seasons now, we start hot and then we collapse after the bye. That's exactly what happened this year. And like, I'm still proud of the way they played this year. We were supposed to have like 3 or 4 wins, right? And we have like a top 4, top 5 pick. But I think the thing that gives me like the most fear going into this game is that Mike White matchup. Like, Mike White is the type of guy that will shred guys in the dink and dunk play. Yep. If we played even Kyler Murray, like if we played Kyler Murray, we beat him twice this year. Like any quarterback like Kyler Murray, Zach Wilson, obviously, like those guys, we can like game plan against them better because our defense is made to stop the big plays. We even did that against Mahomes pretty well last week.
Yep.
But we cannot, for the love of God, stop those dink and dunk plays. Stop like the 4 or 5 yard pickup. Stop the yard catch.
So then your level of confidence in the Seahawks winning this game is what? Scale 1 to 10.
I think a 4.
Nah, beat this guy, dude. You know what?
He's setting us up for failure,
He's setting us up, dude.
Yeah.
He'd be like, you guys lost us.
No,
we suck. I'm not buying it.
No, I'm dead serious. Like, I wouldn't have been this past if it was Zach Wilson start, or even like, I don't know, even Joe Flacco. I think here's another thing they're gonna do because we got killed this year that way too. Chris Treveler, I think he's active too, right? They might run him on a couple like Taysom Hill like plays where they kind of run the draw play with him. That's how Taysom Hill killed us, right? In week 4. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that.
But see, so I actually watch a lot of Seahawk games because I was just curious about Geno. I like Geno, like I've always did.
Yeah, same.
And I like the way he's playing. He's throwing the ball. He's accurate. He's running a lot more. He's doing a lot of really good things. To me, not having Lockett's a big deal. That to me is like, because he's just ridiculously explosive. Yeah. He's good downfield. Like Geno hit him like those stretch plays. He hits him on that.
Yeah.
And I love Metcalf too. Like Metcalf's a stud, but without Lockett, it's just you could focus on him more. So but Geno's been doing good, man. And I think if the Jaguars, if the Seahawks are smart, they look at the Jaguars game plan that Trevor Lawrence did. He ran a lot. He moved around, spun around. That's the key for all this. Yeah, Geno can do that, man. I think there's ways they can attack the Jets defense, especially with Fant, man.
How was y'all run defense though?
Terrible.
Our run defense one of the worst in the league. Probably like bottom 3 in the league. Our run defense is what got exposed against the Bucs. That's when we started losing. The Panthers they have a really good run game, but still, like they ran all over us that game. That's our biggest weakness. And the fact that we haven't been able to generate a pass rush all season. We haven't been able to generate a pass rush like in 4 years now. Our run defense was something that we took pride in. And a lot of that was the way our second level, like our linebackers tackled. Bobby Wagner was like the architect of stopping big run plays, stopping explosive run plays. And then we got rid of him. He's doing it in LA. I don't care how old he is. He's still doing his job, even if they don't have a great record. I don't know if Zonovan Knight's going to be the guy, Jobo, but he just, if you get past the D linemen, our linebackers, except for Jordan Brooks, who's also kind of injured right now, they can't tackle very well. We're pretty top heavy on our linebackers. And going back to what Tyson said about the receivers, we're pretty top heavy there too. So without Lockett, like you said, you don't have that 1-2 punch. It's what killed us against the Chiefs. Having him would have opened up the passing game so much just because of the yak that he generates and because of the separation that he gets both over the top and underneath. Metcalf is not nearly as good of a route runner as Tyler Lockett is, and we don't have anyone else like that. Like Goodwin's injured. We played like what's that guy's name? Laquan Treadwell like on 40 snaps.
I saw that. I saw that last week. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
So wait, we have a question. What's the decoration on the wall behind you?
Oh, those are like the ones right behind me are my cords from college, from like clubs and organizations and stuff.
Look at you.
Back there is Rutgers, the kind of flag thing that they gave us at a game.
Yep.
And those are all the Seahawks helmets in our history.
There you go. See this? Look, we learned everything tonight, Tyrone. So then if you had to give an official score prediction that we can come back to next week and discuss, what is your score prediction going to be?
I'm still a Seahawks fan, so I'm going to say 24-21 Seahawks.
See, I knew it.
I knew it. Tyson, rock the baby, rock the baby. Come on, Sean.
If anyone saves us, it's Geno and it's the tight end.
Guy. Man, he downplayed this
rock
shit for
the
10 minutes.
Baby. What, yo?
I'm never going to go
straight gas for 10 minutes, boy.
I can't do that.
Yo, straight gas for 10 minutes.
Have a good New Year's, man. Thanks for calling in.
Have a good night, guys.
Yo, straight game.
I knew that shit was coming. I knew that shit was coming.
Straight game for 10 minutes, bro.
Didn't I tell you? I can read that shit.
Game.
You knew it was coming. You knew that was coming. He thought he was. See, this ain't our first stream. we know how this shit goes. Now, there's been one person, Tyrone, that throughout this entire year has stayed steadfast that this is the year of the Jets. So he had some rough moments where he started to crack a little bit. He started to fade. He started to get a little bit, almost break that mantra. I have some text messages to prove it, right? The irritability and the anger was coming out. He started to become very belligerent. But then, like that, he's back in it. And now his confidence is back now. It's still year of the Jets with 2 weeks left to go.
Belligerent?
You were belligerent, man. They're losing 4 in a row. You were getting angry, man.
He cursed on the show, Tyson.
I know.
I was shocked. Like, huh? What?
He's a
Yeah, I'm
celebrity
allowed
now.
to curse, but I wasn't belligerent.
You were angry.
Yeah, but it's like most good fans are angry. Hello, Balls. How are you? Hello, Elmo. Belligerent. Wow.
Belligerent. You're angry. He was getting. You could sense that sense of just like the Jets'
Sure,
fury
I'm
was coming out of him.
Yeah, I'm a Jet fan. I'm a long-time Jet fan. Of course, I have every right to be angry.
And then he would send me text, and he knows I was pissed. I come back with some smart ass remarks. I'm like,
Yeah, he called me homie today. Was it homie yesterday? Or
No, I said, don't be scared, homie.
Yeah. And what I reply?
I know. I don't get scared.
Year of the Jets, baby.
Listen.
And you've been steadfast all season long.
Listen.
How you feeling about Mike White, sir?
No, I feel very confident he's back. He's been wanting to come back.
Yep.
And I think this team knows they've got a new reprieve on life, and there's no excuses now. They've admitted they were embarrassed last game and the defense. So listen, it's up to them. Are you cards on the table? What are you going to do? You're going to show up? Or you're not going to show up?
Yep.
You're a new team, winning mentality. It's happy holidays. I saw somebody here. But
look at Afram. He's talking and reading the chat at the same time. See, look at this. This is how he rolls now. He can do it all.
That's it.
No, but Afram, I think this is a phenomenal test for the leadership of this team because
absolutely.
you have a long break coming off of disappointing loss, 4 losses in a row. And there's no excuses now, man. Like it's put up or shut up time. Like I don't want to hear all gas, no break. I don't want to see Grinch costumes. I don't want to see shit. This is a business trip, dude. You've got to come back with a win, and you've got to play fast, physical football on both sides of the ball. No, I
Yeah.
mean, there's no
And-
wiggle room anymore, man.
And Bart Scott was right because he brought it up and he made a lot of sense. He showed it. The defense, I think, was just trying to overcompensate for the offense so much that they didn't stay in their game plan. You know, there was no reason that Mosley should have
so bad
on the Lions play.
Yep.
He should have said they should just stay in their zone the way they had it and let the play continue. That they were overdoing it, and I think now they learned their lesson because these past 2 games they just tried to overcompensate for what who their quarterback was because they didn't feel like there was any offense going to be generated, so they're going to try.
They
to
were
do
right.
It themselves. No, it's true. It's true. They have no confidence.
But after
you overdo it, you start making more mistakes.
It shouldn't have been that way though. But the one thing about it was when you got 9 in the box, you can't run the football. You know your quarterback is inaccurate and he's not able to do it. Flacco wasn't.
Yeah, but Tyler, be honest. When Quentin Williams gets the ball, they get the turnover. The Jets go run and sack. When Zach gets sacked, I'm like, it's gonna be one of these nights.
Yep.
You
already knew. When
they
Tyson,
set it for a field
Tyson.
goal, I'm like, fuck, here we go.
Listen, when Quentin got that sack in that strip sack, bro, I was like, okay, we about to score right here.
Touchdown.
When we didn't score, I already knew 3. I said 9 was gonna be the highest we made all night. I said 3 field goals.
That sucked the life out of everybody, man.
Yes, absolutely,
Everybody.
bro. It was miserable because
There was
that play
nothing.
was so big.
Yeah, and you had the field position. You know, you didn't have to do much, and it just couldn't do anything with it. It's just
sucked the sales out you, man.
Yeah, I know. And my biggest concern this game is the refs protecting Mike White. I want to see what they do.
Yep.
You know, these past few games you saw last night with Darren James. Darren.
Oh my God, that hit was vicious, bro.
Yeah,
that
and he got ejected. But you know, if you're going to protect quarterbacks with Tua and all this, you better protect the kid. You know, he's got bad ribs. You know, you got to protect him.
But I also hope that he lives for another play too. Like he can't play hero ball by taking big hits and making throws. You know what? If you have to go down, take the sack or throw it around, just take it and just stay on the field, man. Because we can't afford to not have him on the field now.
No, we can't.
But the biggest problem is we're playing from behind. We have to play ahead.
Yep.
That's what we have to do. We have to play ahead. We can't play behind because now that leaves the defense to try different things and try to get you, because Carroll's going to try to do something to hurt him or to test them. Just play ahead, and if try different things. And this is a big statement for LaFleur. He's got to figure out, stop being cute, come up with some, listen, you all this time you waited on that play, which was it a Lions game where we had CJ Zuma low to the right, and then he caught the 1 yard pass.
Yep.
Where was that all year? I mean, where was that all year?
Where was that against Minnesota? Like that's how we did it.
Yeah,
that's how we did it.
31 other teams do it. Why don't we do it?
Calling for that play. We've been calling for it.
And that's the one thing where it's like you go into this game where you figure they pretty much have an open playbook. Like with Zach Wilson, they didn't. He was so limited what he can do that you can't call certain plays. You can't complete the passes. But now it's like but that's what gives you the confidence going in this game where he can hit 10 different receivers. He can spread it around. He'll go to the open guy. He's not going to force shit. And that gives you confidence. But my biggest fear is the offensive line, him taking hits. Like we talked about it earlier. Like that he's going to favor. He's going to be hesitant. It's human nature, man. You can wear a flat jacket. You can numb it with all kinds of painkillers and shit. You're still going to be kind of like skittish with it.
I saw someplace one guy said because Ibagwe is his name. He's back healthy. I wouldn't be upset if he started over Fant because Fant hasn't played right tackle well since he's been all year.
I was saying earlier, sir.
Ibagwe played well when he was in. Yeah, but I think his thing is left tackle. I think that's his position. I don't think he's very comfortable right tackle, and unfortunately, I don't think if the other guy plays well, because he did play well when he was healthy, when he filled in. You've got hopefully Lakeland wakes up and decides to block somebody, and
but I hope Saleh. He's been better with this over the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 weeks. But if somebody's struggling, take him out. Like, don't wait to the third quarter. Don't wait to the fourth quarter. Like, you got to pull the plug here, man. Because there's
no loyalty in this game.
This isn't about the best friends. Like, I don't give a shit if your best friends. I don't give a shit.
This
you're
is
struggling
no
from the ball. You're out. That's it.
There's no loyalty in this game.
Nope, none.
Best man plays, like he said. Best player plays.
But then,
Right?
if that's the case, like, and I like Zonovan Knight. I like Zonovan Knight a
Yeah.
lot. But Ty Johnson came in and gave him and I don't even like Ty Johnson, but he came in last week, physical, fast. He was getting big chunk plays. Like, if you got to rotate him in, like, try everybody. If Zonovan Knight's struggling, just keep trying different formulas. Don't be so stubborn.
Yeah. Try something. Try, you get these,
I
you
like
catch them
Bryce
off guard. That's what Jacksonville took us off guard. Different plays. We weren't ready for it. And we only scored 19 points on us. That's the killer. We played like crap, and we still had a chance to be in it. That's what kills me more, is that we still had a shot at this, and we couldn't move the ball. And
So
that's what kills you.
do you think the Dolphins are beating the Patriots?
Well, they're in the same situation.
Yep.
Their coach is in the same situation. He's better come up with some schemes to because he's got the right. He's got the offense. His defense is not as good as ours, but he's got the offense. So I mean, Bridgewater can manage a game.
Yep.
Okay, he can manage a game. So if he can manage, if they can move the ball and they could run the ball and keep their defense on the field, because Mac is not going to win the game for you. He'll make a mistake here and there. So it's just how I don't think it's going to be that cold either. So it's
I think
it
it's
might
50s.
But
Yeah, exactly.
Their defense is giving up 15 more extra points on the road, though. That's what scares me the most with that game. Is they don't play well on the road.
Mac Jones just sucks, dude. He's a cheat.
Yo, you know what? He's an arrogant ass too, man. Yo,
He's
why
a
he's
dirty
not
player.
Take him out.
why he's not being suspended for what he pulled last week though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or-
He
or
got
shootout.
$11,000 fine. I saw. He got
Big
No, but
$11,000
did you see
fine.
that
Exactly,
hit?
big deal.
Did you see that the hit?
Yeah,
Judon
Judon didn't get
threw?
called.
Yo, but they call that bullshit on us though. That cost
Yeah,
that pick six.
exactly.
Crazy, bro.
How come
Crazy,
they miss out
man.
on that?
Crazy.
But they will
Always
lose.
do.
Buffalo. The Chiefs are gonna play all out against the Broncos. You saw Broncos gave up what 50 to.
The Broncos are terrible. They quit. They quit on the field. They literally quit.
Their head coach got fired. They got interim. They just want to. And so
but
the
the
Bills.
worst thing that can happen though. What if the Broncos actually play well and beat Kansas
They
City?
suck, dude. Russell Wilson
suck.
sucks.
They
What
suck.
if
Hey,
they do though? What if they just find a
Well,
way to just play better and beat Kansas?
It's not going to be a cake. It's not going to be a cakewalk for the Bills. They're playing the Bengals too.
Playing the Bengals.
Bengals can put up points and they can play defense as well.
Yep.
So it's not going to be a cakewalk for the Bills. That I'm telling you, it's going to be the last game. They're going to fight for that, and it's going to be they can't do anything in Buffalo. The Patriots. We just have to win out. It's as simple as that.
That's it.
We have to win out.
All starts Sunday.
Yeah.
What are your plans for
Yeah.
New Year's, man? You going out partying?
Yeah, like I have a party. Those days are over. No, just who knows? Someone may call and just hang out with another couple. But my wife is not into it this year, so
You going down to Florida for Jets Dolphins?
yeah, I'll be right there next to you.
Come on, man.
on a Southwest Airlines, waiting for our luggage.
Southwest,
Can you
baby.
imagine?
Hey, everybody out there,
Yo,
6
your
more
flights,
subs. That's all this guy needs. This channel
60.
needs 6 more subs.
60.
For God's sakes, make this a 10,000 K New Year for
Can you imagine?
Let's Talk
Absolutely,
Radio.
man.
Then I can quit. It'd be perfect.
60
know,
more. That's all we
see-
need, man. 60 more. That's crazy.
Is it 60 or 6?
60.
60.
I thought it was 6 because you had
Nah,
8 points.
60.
Then I can retire and Tyrone
All right,
takes over.
60 more. I thought it was
Then
just
it'll be called
6.
Let's Talk Tyrone.
Let's
No,
Talk
sir.
Tyrone. But I'm psyched for this game. It's a 4:00 game. We'll know exactly where we
Yes, sir.
stand
Absolutely.
after the 1:00 game with the Patriots and
I'll be lit by 4 o'clock.
yeah. You know something that game is also can spark us if they find out that Miami beat or vice versa, how they react to that going into that game. They
I don't
see
even
that
want them watching that though. I just want
they'll
them
see
to
the score.
focus.
They kind of
Yeah.
they'll see the score, but that does make it. Sometimes that makes a difference. They'll say, "Oh shit!" Now we have, they'll feel more positive.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially if I kind of think if Miami loses to that team and they know that Buffalo will beat the Patriots, that they know that if we beat this team, we'll go into Miami and really, beat them down. It's in their head, So let's see what happens.
It'll be fun.
I'm hoping for the best.
Ephraim, have a very, very happy New Year, man.
2022, Jets.
What about 2023, man? They've got to win in 2023.
2023 is going to be an interesting year. It's going to be very interesting because if they're going to look to get a vet, I don't think Mike White wants to be a backup after if he takes us into the playoffs, right?
Yep.
So does they bring in a vet and keep Zach as a second string to learn behind a vet?
Yeah.
It's a
what exactly is he learning? He's learning how to get the hell out of town.
I understand that, but
they ain't cutting him. They're going to trade him.
Don't Mike
hopefully
White deserve a chance to start though?
If Mike White wins the next 2 games, he's coming back next year. There's no way.
He deserve it though.
Yep, he does.
And what do you do? How much do you pay him? And then there's because you can't throw that much money into. You're going to take a hit in the salary cap somewhere.
Yeah, but you can cut Lawson, you can cut Davis. You'll find ways.
Oh yeah, you cut. Listen, 2024 they have 100-something million, so they can give low contracts the first year and then use that money for the following years. But
they can manipulate however they want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
But it all comes down to where they want to spend it. You're going to have like 3 guys making over $10 million each.
I mean, you got to do it. And you got to pay Quinnen too.
Quinnen, yeah. Well, that's Lawson money right there. That's Lawson's money. So,
yeah, but what is
and you got to pay. Isn't Bryce Huff a free agent too?
Yeah.
Huff's I think they should sign Huff before the season ends. He come up with something.
He's not. He wouldn't sign. Huff's gone because he's going to get.
Come on, Tyrone. Don't rain on my parade. It's not even New Year yet.
Listen, he's going to get good money. And listen, but when Mike White, I'm asking though, is 8 to 10 million too much? Is that the ball frame for Mike White? Listen, he's a system quarterback, so where he's not going to go anywhere and get a
lot of times they just let him go out and test the market and see what's going out there and see.
Especially
come back.
Especially if he's coming back as a starter. Starters make a shitload of money in the NFL, man. You'd be like, wait, you want me to come back as a starter and make it $8 million a year?
How many teams will Mike White start?
It's the same thing happened with Fitzpatrick, dude. Remember when Fitzpatrick was like, you know what? That's if he knows you're his guy, you know what I mean?
How much?
If he could,
White,
if
how many teams will he start for? No, how many teams will Mike White start for other than the Jets?
Good question.
That's a good question, but
there's a lot of bad quarterbacks out there.
With Fitzpatrick, Patrick had a lot of years and experience behind.
I'm saying it's the same scenario though, where it's like the Jets wanted him back, but nobody else really wanted him. But he's going to hold out for something. And Mike White never got a big paycheck before. He's never got that big lucrative contract. He's going to.
What would you give him?
We offered him 8.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I probably give him something like 3 years, 27 million. I don't know. 14.
So if he does, no one really wants him or signs him for a big deal. Is that what you'd offer him to stay with the Jets?
Yes, sir.
27 million, 3 years, 8 million,
with a lot of incentives, like playing time incentives, touchdown incentives, shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
but who do you bring in? Who do you want to bring in as a vet?
That's the problem.
Garner Minshew. You can bail it out.
No, I don't think so.
Listen, I'm not bringing Carr in. He's going to want too much money.
He's already making too much money.
Garoppolo's going to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? You already know where he's going. He's going to Vegas. Who do you got left? I don't want Baker Mayfield.
How about Tannehill?
No, I don't want
Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Rodgers, forget it, Rodgers. You can't even touch that contract.
But this is the problem though. Because Zach is making how much a year? $7-8 million a year, whatever he's making.
Seven and change.
So if you go Zach $7-8 million a year, if you're going to give Mike White $10 million a year, then you get what? Derek Carr $25 million a year.
That's what I'm talking about. How much money? Yeah, exactly. How much do you invest in one position?
Exactly. That's why I say you're not bringing Derek Carr. Listen, I'm not giving Derek Carr $25 million.
So your plan next year is Mike White, Zach Wilson, and Trevler?
No, Mike White.
That's what
Mike White. Garner Minshew, and Zach is gone. I'm getting rid of Zach for whatever you'll give me for Zach, and bring back Trevor. I'll do something like that. I'll do.
You know, it is. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll find out. But I'm just saying,
we're hearing shit that I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he wins the next 2 games and they go to playoffs,
it's going to be a hard sell. It's going to be a hard sell to let him go.
Back, dude. You have to bring him back, especially when his teammates love him. The playoffs the first time in 12 years.
And if the thing you could do is if you bring him back and you solidify that front line, he can do a lot more for you.
Tell him to bulk up in the offseason, put some weight on.
Yeah, and if you could hold on for him for like 2 years and then bring up another or wait for someone available. There's so many because he'll be 28. What's going to be a primary? They're going to build up the defense more and then hope that the offense can manage a game and do that. It's how they want to approach it, right?
Well, this is also where drafting well benefits you, where you have guys like when you lose a Carl Lawson, guys like Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens step in. When you lose, like when next, Corey Davis goes out, well, you got Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, next guy. Like you can keep replacing free agents with guys that you've groomed through their draft. That's where McCaggan fucked us and everybody else because our drafts were so bad.
He gave up everybody.
So many years of bad. So many years.
He gave up draft picks.
That's why people who don't like Joe Douglas, I don't understand that. Like, listen, we had years and years and years of bad fucking drafts. This guy, 3 years, damn near fixed all our problems.
Except for quarterback and left tackle.
Hey, listen. Hey, Tyson, he's 90%. I'll take the 90, baby.
First round picks, though.
Everyone's screaming. That whole incident with him, that was uncalled for, of course. But who's doing better than him right now? Really, he's hit in the park. He's got guys. He's brought in. He's made great moves and this and that. And you're gonna, Well, the thing he could only bring the players in. Don't.
I mean, that's it. And
he's
that's
not the coach. He's not the coach.
Nobody it's all crapshoot, especially with quarterbacks.
Yeah,
When the Jets had bad luck, but it's so funny how everybody has like revisionist history where it's like, oh, like dude, when the Jets drafted Zach Wilson, they were praised for it because everybody was stuck on his arm talent, his ability, all his potential, and his ceiling. Everybody said it. It's to go back now. Everybody's like, oh, I hated Zach the whole time. Like bullshit, dude. It was like a party when we got him. Like everybody. The Zach Justin Fields thing was a good argument, but Joe Douglas was praised for his acumen of how he evaluated him and how all the different reasons. Just didn't work out.
Do you go after Lamar?
No.
Nah, we have enough.
How the hell are you going to afford $48 million a year?
You think that's what he wants?
He's going to have to get what was the last contract?
Guaranteed money.
What did Kyler and all those guys get? He's going to get crazy money.
He wants
guaranteed. Yeah. But that's the going rate, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't see them
doing
that.
But then again, Tyler may be the reason why they don't want to give the money because see what he's doing. He's not doing anything, and he's
doing shit. Yeah, at least Lamar's getting
Jackson's
in the playoffs
hurt, he's hurt right now.
Yeah, so it's like it's a toss up. Let's get through these next two games.
Let's go to playoffs for the Super Bowl. We'll talk about this next year.
There you exactly.
2023 year to Jets.
There you go.
Jets, baby.
Have a good night, Abram.
You too.
Happy New Year, sir. All
right. Now we have our resident Seahawk fan. We already dealt with Sean.
Listen to this. Come on the show.
So now comes. Now I'm wondering, is Jose going to be aggressive with us, or is he going to be like, you know what, my team isn't that good? Because part of me thinks Jose is actually a Jet fan. So he's got to be torn inside a little bit, don't you think?
I think. Listen, we already told him yesterday, bro. Gloves are off, man. It's just Seahawks week.
Yeah,
it's no nice guy this week, buddy.
I 100% agree. This is not going to be a friendly conversation.
Nah, not at all, bro. Listen,
he's going to try to be nice to us. I'm not going to be nice to him.
Nah, not tonight. Any other night, we good. We got you, bro. We love you, but this week, you get started out here.
This is war.
It's up. My guys. How are you, Elmo? Christy, Afro, Bob, everyone?
He went right to Christy, too. Look at that. He's smart.
Christy, always Christy.
He's a playboy.
Jose!
Just I was on the show yesterday, and Joe Cat came to my stream.
Look at you. You're a celebrity now.
That's right,
boy.
Speaking of which, Tyson, when are you coming on this week?
I didn't get an official invite. I mean, Christy gets shout outs. I don't get no shout out. He said hello to everybody but us.
I said my guy.
I didn't get an official invite. I didn't be like, hey man, when can we? I didn't get nothing.
Oh, I thought we agreed. My bad.
We agreed, but I got to get some kind of official, like, hey man, when are you available? This is the time I do.
I'll send you a message.
I mean, I learned this from Tyrone because Tyrone makes all the big bucks, so I follow his lead now. I got to figure out how to get interviews.
I did the work for free, and he talked shit about me. Yeah, Tyrone's probably. I listen. Hey, look, I wasn't even on the show, little bro. I sit there, I'm watching the stream at work. I'm driving. Jose on the show. Like, yeah, Tyrone's my fifth favorite car. What the fuck? I just did it for free, baby. You gonna throw me on the bus?
Wait, do I gotta get credit? But I got to get credit for asking the questions, though. I put us in that situation. I put him in a tough spot.
No, you did it on purpose.
Not my first
he
rodeo.
set you up, and you threw me right in the bus, baby.
Hold on. Is it talking? Is it talking shit or being honest?
I'm being both. Both. You threw me under the bus. And listen, Tyson, set your ass up. I'm saying, listen to the street. I'm driving. I knew when he asked you the question. I knew what he was doing. I said, here you go. Here it goes. And you fell right for it. Yeah, man.
Right up
Prime time was, what do you say? Prime time was better than Tyrone. And you know what? Think about it. The girl from Canada was good too. So Tyrone was like my number 6 best. You only had 7 people on the show. How the hell am I I'm number 6? You ain't ever 7 people on the show, and one of them couldn't do it. I was like, wow. You know what? You'll get my invoice this week, okay? In the mail. Not playing, man.
You did good, Jose. Don't worry about it. I appreciate your honest answers.
First of all, the girl is from England.
England.
Okay.
I mean, and Jose, if it makes you feel any better, I heard the same thing. I asked your subscribers; they said the same thing. Tyrone was number 6. They said some of them said 7.
I mean, I killed that show. I'm sorry, I was on point that day, baby. I was nice. Even talked to mom and everything.
You were over 2 hours late.
2 hours late, you lose points, dude.
Hold on. Number one, sir. Since we're being technical here, sir.
2 hours.
Number 1, you couldn't get me on because you didn't have to think. Hey, mom. Number 1, you didn't. Mom had to send me the link. How you just throw me under the bus like that, big homie?
2 hours late.
I know, I said that.
Hey, look, my invoice is in the mail, bro. I'm letting you know right now, man. I ain't even playing no more.
But see, you know what? You know what's funny, Jose? The one thing I take pride in, whenever I do any kind of podcast anywhere,
watch him, Jose. See, this
is what I do. It's punctuality. If somebody says, there's a lot of great, a lot of guys are doing shows, and timing is of the essence. You've got to be on time.
Okay,
I'm always punctual. I would never do that to you. I would never be 2 hours late.
See, this is why. This is the
shit. You know what Jose was interesting. Man. Jose was interesting was when this show started tonight. I was ready to 8 o'clock. Tyrone was ready at 8 o'clock in 20 seconds. I had to wait 20 seconons for him.
See, this is
what he does. He pulled the same shit with me, dude.
This is what he do, Jose. You see how he do this? He just sets it up every time, man. Every time.
Can we talk about the game, please?
What game?
And look, Tyson, you see he's wearing all black today, too. He came in for war tonight, baby. He came in for war.
All right, so, Jose, what's your level of confidence for the Seattle beating the Jets?
Right now, 4, but if Tyler Lockett plays, it goes all the way to a 7.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. I agree.
Are you scared? Are you scared of Mike White?
No.
Jose, what's the chance of
I'm
Lockett
not scared of Mike White.
You're not scared of Mike White?
I like Mike White.
Okay.
I like him more than Zach and Strether, but I'm not afraid of Mike White.
Okay.
See, look at the chat, man. Y'all just killing me.
Exactly. Is Mike White a confident quarterback? Yes. Is he Tom Brady? No.
All right, so then what's your level of confidence with Geno Smith against our defense?
5.
At least you're honest.
I'm just being honest.
That's fair.
You want me to lie?
No, because Tyler Lockett being out's big, dude. That's a big loss.
What's the chance of Lockett playing, though? What are you hearing?
50-50.
Yeah, he's questionable.
Yeah.
I like
He
Lockett.
just had surgery. He just had surgery, right?
Yeah.
Last week.
Okay.
Okay, so then if you have, what is your? Oh, look! Look. They encourage lateness on Jets turbulence. See
Yeah,
that?
you know why? Because Joe Cat, they love me, but it's family, man. Jose was family, but he just threw me
Listen,
under the bus.
man.
I'm hurt right now, man.
I may have to reevaluate my stance on this coming on the show. Then, if they encourage lateness, I'm not gonna sit and wait. So.
Hey, I got you, Joe Cat. You already know I'm with you, baby. Don't even worry about it. I got you, family.
So see, Jose, what do you think about the crowd? Do you think the 12th man will be a big difference?
Yes, it will. It will. It will. What is the loudest crowd Mike White has faced this season?
Bro, the Bills and the Vikings.
Minnesota's playing.
And the Bills.
Loud,
Bills
yes,
Mafia.
sir.
Minnesota is nothing compared to the 12. If they show up, that is.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They're all gonna be hungover. It's New Year's Day. They're gonna be hungover and quiet.
You ain't lying, but that's gonna be that's a hard one right there.
It's January 2nd, not 1st.
Oh, it's true. No, is it true? Wait. No, they're playing on New Year's Day. They're playing on January 1st.
Yeah, the 1st.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, that's the
Anyway, my bad.
first.
Oh man, see, you got the days wrong.
Hey, Tyson,
That's
I'm
one
glad we
strike.
got a 4 o'clock. I'm glad we got a 4 o'clock game. So
What are you guys doing New Year's Eve anyway?
Who are you telling?
What are you guys doing New Year's Eve?
I'm going to a friend of mine's having a little party and stuff. So
I'm gonna have
No,
a
I'm
nice,
getting
I'm gonna have a
drunk.
nice, quiet, responsible dinner, man. Just chill out.
I'm going out and getting drunk.
Yeah, right.
I'm going out and getting drunk with my cousin.
There you go.
I
Are
already
you,
called
how
her.
come where are you
Go
going?
ahead.
Where are you going to a bar?
Probably.
There you go.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
So wait,
Guys, love you guys.
no. Hold on.
All right.
You ain't going nowhere.
No, we just score prediction that, man.
What's your score prediction?
24-21. Seahawks.
Oh, you bastard!
Yeah.
You and Sean.
I'm
You
torn.
bastard! This is war.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
You ain't torn. You
Yes,
tried to play the same thing, man.
Yeah, you're a real Jet fan
Wait,
for real.
what
But I
do
see these true colors come out, Tyson.
I have a question. What did Sean say?
Sean
Sean, 24,
he
21?
spent like 5 or 7 minutes saying how all the reasons why the Seahawks suck, and then predict the win.
I didn't do that. I did not do that.
So then there's just to put these guys on just a little.
Jets
He said
turbulence.
Jets turbulence. They got a bet with Jose. If the Seahawks win, he has to order a custom Jose Rodriguez number 22 jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I don't know what I have to do if the Jets win. Well, I guess I'll find out.
Well, no. If the Jets win, you got to go on their show and just say you love the Jets.
That'll be easy.
But you gotta say you're a Jet fan too. Like you got to.
I will say that.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
Because of you guys, I
anyway.
am. Because of you guys, I am.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just
Jose,
loyal to Pete Carroll.
Have a great New Year's, man. Be careful. Be responsible.
Hey, be careful out there, bro.
Love you guys.
Good luck on Sunday.
Bro, be careful out there, man.
Later, man.
Enjoy the
Love you
game,
guys
man.
later.
All right, man. Just up, baby.
So both Seahawk fans called in, try to downplay the game, and this both predicted victories.
Yo, and both predicted. Nah, Sean really played the game. Like, yo, there's no way. What's your comments number 4? 24-21 Seattle.
So
you can't make that up, bro.
yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be streaming on Sunday. And then if anybody has Jets Dolphins tickets, let us know. Because Miami bound we are. And that's it.
Hey,
so thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it.
Be careful, man. Y'all be careful out there.
Happy
man.
New Year, man. Yeah, be
And
careful.
Don't drink and drive, man. Be careful out there.